Nippon Ichi Software presents...
Hello everyone and welcome back to another Bison stream. So, sorry about that. Thought I gave myself enough time, but I think I was over it by just about a minute. But, hope everyone's doing well on this fine Saturday. Once that loads in, there we go. So, need to make sure my controller's turned on. And here we go. There we go. So, I think I grinded a little bit off camera. That's the autosave. Yeah. I think I grinded a little bit off camera. So I have a new curry thing. Yeah, I leveled up my statisticians. What item is it? Yeah, I got Durandal to level 97, just mostly for shits and giggles. Just to see if I can make it better, which it is. It's quite a bit better, but basically what I'm doing is using Durandal because it's a legendary item. It has all the slots in it to just get more statisticians. And the item world is a good way to just kind of grind whatchamacallit is grind like the innocent breeding. But regardless, today I think what we're going to do is we're going to do a story chapter as we always do.
Where would you like to go, dude?
But I also want to do one or two of the DLC things. So I'm going to prioritize Outer Dark Demise, Lord Void Dark's Lair, and then I think I'll do some of the DLC ones. And then maybe even a second story one. Because we're getting, I think, close to the end of the game, but we're still going to do some of the Carnage Dimension stuff. And you might notice I have a different pair of headphones. I've reached peak gamer-tude because now I have 3 headsets. I have... well, headsets, more like headphones. So I got these Arctis 1 SteelSeries that do come with a mic, but I haven't really tested out to see what sounds like on stream. Then I have my other Bluetooth ones. So I got the SteelSeries because I felt like the battery life on these was starting to go down. Like several times when I was streaming, either I wouldn't charge them the night before or something, and they would start dying like midstream, and I'm like, well, sometimes OBS doesn't like it when you switch audio stuff in the middle of a stream. So I got these to basically be the alternating, when these are charging, these can charge, and all these stuff, or when these are in use, these can charge. And then I also have the Turtle Beach X12 headset that I use mostly not on stream. It's more for when I'm playing games with friends over Discord. I'll put those on and use that to chat. So, without further ado, let's go to Outer Dark Demise, the Reserve Squad. Reserve Squad.
So this is Void Dark's castle.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Yeah! It certainly looks like the kind of castle a super final boss would have.
My, there are survivors? They're tough for small fries.
It seems that they aren't small fries after all. They look like normal lost soldiers, but their potentials are over 2,000% higher than usual.
What?
Over 2,000%? Is that even possible?
Man, it's like that number doesn't even matter.
I would say no, but it's actually happening. They're all elites with the potential to be overlords. Be careful.
But everyone here is basically an overlord. So, I mean, it doesn't matter.
They're all overlords too.
Yeah.
There's no way we're gonna lose.
There isn't.
Super great point, little Usa. She's right. There's no way we're gonna lose.
No, but
We don't have time to assess the situation. Let's go.
Let's go! Yeah, like, I feel like the game has basically reached a point where it's like, yeah, we don't exactly know how we could, like, logic our way into making it make sense for these guys to be strong. So we're just gonna throw numbers at people and hope that it works. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use him as revenge meter fodder. Damn.
I'm strong. Right there.
I wonder. I hope she can still move. No, she can't. Okay, so that was I actually just worsified it. Worsified? I made it worse. Okay. Do you have your mic turned on? I see lips moving, but hear nothing. God damn it. You know what I'll do? I'll just, can you hear me now? Is it working? Let me check. Microphone. Properties.
Is that better? Can you hear me now? I exited out of Disgaea 5 just because I didn't want any other interference going. Damn. Let me pull up you. Come on. Why can't I click? There we go. Yeah, it's not freaking working. That's unfortunate. God damn it. Okay, let's. Okay. Mike, is that better? Can you hear me now? Oh, you hear me now? Interesting, because I can't hear myself. Oh, you hear me now? Let me refresh the stream manager on my end, because maybe that's the issue. Refresh the stream manager on my end. Okay, and it's not picking up on there. Let me check over here. Okay, and it's not picking up on there. Let me check over here. What speaker are you coming out of? Okay, so you're working. Okay, yeah, that was weird. It seemed it seemed to me that me using a different headset messes everything up because, you know, it doesn't matter what OBS set says that, because like in the I hope the mic isn't too loud, by the way. In OBS, I set the microphone like input audio capture to to the microphone I'm using right now. but it seemed to just not care that I was doing that. Oh great, now I can't hear my game audio. But you can hear it. Because the property is going to default. Now, why can't I? God damn it, man. Yeah, okay. You know what, let's try it again. Maybe it's just one weird thing with that. I'll just exit out completely out of Steam. Like I'll just do that. There are ways to get around this. And I will get around it. By God. But thank you, Cutie Cat. I very much appreciate it. Because I would have felt very embarrassed if it got to the end of the stream and then I export to YouTube and it just goes, yeah, no, you didn't have any audio because friggin' hardware messes things up. It's so annoying, man. Like, you just want things to work, and they worked the last time. It's like when you're using something one day, and literally the next day, it just, what the hell is... Am I in, like, big picture mode or something, and I still can't hear it? Oh, my God. See, you can hear things that I can. Yeah, right? It just is absolute trash. Because there's no reason why I shouldn't be able to hear. My computer headphones are set to, like, my computer is set to display audio to these headphones. The OBS is set to display audio to these headphones and is registering sound. Like, I can see it on the OBS that there is in fact sound coming through. Maybe if you make it go back to the other headset, possibly, but I would be worried that bad things would happen. So, what I'm going to do is I am simply going to play the game, and I don't need audio, because in my brain, I believe in my ability to remember what their voices sound like, and, you know, okay, and you can totally hear the sound of the game, and me. We already watched that cutscene. But yeah, so unfortunately, well, actually, I guess fortunately now, I'll be able to do what I wanted to do. Come over here, drop Red Magnus there, then take Zeroken, put him there, take Usalia out. This time, don't use any of her moves, that way she doesn't waste any of it. Oh yeah, I played this game before. I played it on the PS4 when it came out, then I also played it on the Switch. So none of this stuff is like, quote-unquote, new to me. It's all kind of review, and I'm just playing it because I want to play it, because I really enjoy this game. In fact, I like this game so much that when I was doing YouTube instead of doing Twitch, this was Disgaea 5 Complete for the Switch was the first game I ever did an LP of. So, I'm not missing anything, really. How far are you into this particular playthrough? This is the latest chapter. We're on Outer Dark Demise. We just crashed Gorgeous into, or at the end of the last chapter, at the beginning of this one, we just crashed Gorgeous in its, like, warship mode into this netherworld because we're trying to take out Lord Void Dark. So, there we go. So, Red Magnus is a trash character, so he's level 1. Hopefully the enemies will be able to kill him, but it is very much odd that they just skip the guy that they can probably kill and instead go for the less capable ones, or the more capable ones, in fact. So they're going to do that. It's kind of funny that that they did that, because basically what I was trying to do with getting them to kill Red Magnus was I wanted them to proc her revenge gauge, because then she could just one-shot everyone. Because basically I'm just midway-ish. I'm in chapter 15. I think there's only like 18 chapters, 17 chapters. But yeah, I'm decent of the way through. I'm mostly through. And it's not like the chapters take all that long. It's more just, me talking and taking a little bit. Like, if I really wanted to, I could probably get each map set done in a very short amount of time, but it would just require me making several level 1 characters that are meant to die, sacrifice them so Asalia gets her overload ability, and then they don't want to do your work for you. I haven't played through this one, so I don't really know the story yet. Okay. Well, as I said, if you want to know the story, it's on my YouTube, because not only did I do the thing on YouTube when I started doing YouTube 2 years ago, I think, or 3 years ago at this point, I have also been exporting every stream to YouTube as like an updated one.
We could finish him off.
So what I should do is figure out what button
They overheated. They unleashed too much potential power, so their bodies must have
L3,
broken down.
R1. So basically, I don't know when they're finished talking, so I'm trying to figure out the button. This is that key binding, select search, camera rectangle, in a conversation. In a conversation, auto scroll. Oh, okay, square. Not letting me. Oh well. I'm gonna read it in my head and hope that they're reading it just as fast.
To retreat. Why do you guys look so deadpan? The real fight's about to begin, right?
You're right. We're invincible as long as we have Sir Killia, who has mastered the ultimate demon technique final skill.
And I can also kind of tell when they're done by looking at my OBS and seeing the waveforms. Because when they're talking, it goes a bit more oddly. But when they're not, it's just not there.
No, my ultimate demon technique isn't complete. Although I'm able to use the final skill, I can't defeat Void Dark yet. I don't know how I know, but I know it. I'm missing something. It's not enough.
I love 1 and 2, but they changed the game mechanics for 3 and later. I didn't like that change, so I'll have 5 on PC. I think I have 3 or 4 on PSP. Which of the ones I have good knowledge of. Well, what did they change in 3? Because I don't exactly remember what mechanically really changed in 3. Yeah, I've played at least one version of every single game at least once. Because I played Disgaea 1 on the DS, played Disgaea 2 on the PSP, which was Dark Hero days, then played Disgaea 3, I think, on the PS3 and the PS Vita, then played Disgaea 4, which is my favorite, on PS4 and PS Vita. I also played Disgaea 1 and 2 on PC. And then played Disgaea 5 on PS4, Switch, and now PC. The way you learn skills from other people. how was it in 3? Because I know in 1 and 2 it was like, oh, if they're your student, you just stand next to them and use the move until you get to like level 1, and then you can keep it. Was Disgaea 3 when we had to like buy the moves, or I just don't remember. 1 and 2 you can permanently learn things from your pupils, and 3 they changed so you could use the moves if you were near them in the classroom or something like that. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Disgaea 3 and 4,
Yes, especially if the gap is in your heart.
those
Personally.
like boards where it was like, oh yeah, like you put the people in the classroom next to each other, or you build like the certain monuments or like facilities in like the Netherworld thing. They gave you like special stuff, sort of like the squads in this game, but a bit more annoying because it's a bit more visual, and it's just a better actively in a list form. When I get to the main hub, I'll show what I mean.
You don't have to carry everything on your own, Kilia. Earlier, Zero said something great.
Yeah, this is gonna be weird when I
What's yours is
export it, because I'll have to check the Twitch video to see if the audio's there, because that gets freaking weird. But I hope you're having a good day, Cutie Cat. Because I was having a great day, and then audio issues happened. Yeah, I don't like that I can as easily permanently learn spells on my story characters. Well, yeah. I think what happened was they kind of realized that if you could just permanently learn like all skills, then there wasn't necessarily all that much reason to have the generic characters exist. I still don't really use generic characters because I don't really find the need for like the skills all that useful. Like certain characters have certain skills, but it's not like, oh man, if Kilia could learn fire, he would be the best. And I'm like, I don't need it. If at all, because I don't honestly maybe permanently learn moves in 3. Yeah, 3 is the one that I remember the least in terms of stuff, because it's the one that I didn't care for the most. Like it was like all of the Disgaea games are great. Like I think they're all really fun, really good games. It's just a matter of like if I were to put them in the list, Disgaea 3 would probably be at the bottom in terms of just like the characters I like, the story itself. Like I think it's a thing that most games and stuff will have to go through, where it's just like, oh, if it's long going, of course you're going to get a school setting at some point. And I think that it's just not that great. Like it's still fun. It's still a really good game, but out of all those guys, it's definitely not the best.
However, I understand why
My personal favorite, as I said earlier, Disgaea 4. I love the story, love the characters, love how the game plays, how it feels. I think it's really, really good, and I hope for a Disgaea 4 complete make on the PC at some point. Yeah, I didn't like the mechanics, I stopped playing it, and honestly didn't really try for it because I know it was still using similar skill method low. Yeah, I think what's going to happen is, like, I don't think they're going to go back to the one to stand near someone and use their skill and you get it permanently. Because in this game, you can get the scrolls, like the move scrolls, that can give you the moves. So the way it works, I believe, is if someone has like a generic skill, you can go into the character world, do one of the character world maps or like boards. When you get to the end, you can ask them to make a move scroll, and if it's like a generic move, they'll make it and you can put that on someone. So while it's not like as easy or expedited to get the permanent skill, it's possible, at least in this game.
But if there's a secret skill of the ultimate demon technique that Void Dark isn't aware of, we might have a chance of winning.
But man, I must say that this game probably, like it has, I think, some of, like, Like, I think Disgaea 1's OST was extremely memorable. Like, especially, I think it's called, like, the Rosencrantz theme, like the, yeah. That's what I've been thinking.
Skill that surpasses the final skill? Is that
Like, the OSTs in Disgaea games are always, like, really good. But I don't really remember this one's theme, which is unfortunate. The whole magic change thing was weird to me. Yeah, they added, at least in Dark Hero days, they added magic change to that game, I believe. That was the first game that they added into, or unless Dark Hero days came out after 3 and they just added it back to 2. Yeah, I think that had to have been the case, because you can get Mao in you can get it in the PSP version. I think what was happening was, in terms of magic change, they found that monster characters just weren't being used as much because they're not really as useful, given that they can't use weapons. So it's like, oh, any character can get all the weapon skills just by using the weapons. Like, oh, you have the archer. Okay, give them an axe. They can get the axe skills. Give any of the humanoid characters one of the humanoid weapons, they can get all of the skills associated with it. Whereas the monsters, like, they just have their unique monster skills, and then they would have to, learn magic, maybe. Best girl of this game. Best girl of the entirety is Toa from Cold Steel. Drove Cold Steel. I was just playing it. It's great. Let's see if this works.
Yay! That turned out great!
Okay, yeah, that's her voice from, I think, Cold Steel 2, from when you get your grades at the end of each chapter. And I still didn't even hear that, but I saw it show up on the waveform, so maybe you heard it. Hopefully. I don't know. So, do you pretty much play Disgaea games? This is the first Disgaea game that I streamed on Twitch. I really enjoy Disgaea games. I think what might happen is, if Disgaea 4 Complete comes out or Disgaea 3 Complete comes out, I'll play those on Twitch. I don't really feel the desire to play, Disgaea 1 and 2 on Twitch just because I don't feel like they aged very good. I know that they released Disgaea 1 Complete with all the updated graphics, but I just have the regular Disgaea 1 PC, and I don't really feel like rebuying it. I think they're good games, but I don't have the desire to play through them because they are definitely the least optimized in terms of, getting your characters to a level of brokenness where you can just trivialize the story, or at least the game, not the post game. Which, that's more just coming with the aging of the game, where it's like Disgaea 1, it's like their big pull was you can get to 9,999. They didn't say it was going to be fast or easy, and each iteration makes it a bit faster and easier, adding more mechanics, adding more things to, do it. But in scale, they also make the super boss even harder, and a harder Super Overlord Ball, or Badass Overlord Ball, whatever.
You're telling me there's a skill that even the great demon Fist Goldion couldn't master?
The phone version of Disgaea 1 is the most broken I've seen, though. Yeah, they really just put Disgaea, I feel like what happens is a lot of games tend to put their first game on a pedestal of oh, this started all, it's great, it's fantastic. And I'm like, Disgaea 1 was good, it did start it. But that doesn't mean it was perfect, that doesn't mean it was the best. Pokemon. A lot of people are like, oh, Gen 1 was the best. And it's like, have you gone back and played the Game Boy Color version? No, there's a reason why they remade it for Game Boy Advance. Let's remember, it was Red and Blue, Gold and Silver, Ruby and Sapphire, and then they made Leaf Green and Fire Red. It was one generation later that they remade the first game. Because they knew, the game didn't look that great. It was just the first one. and it had all like good systems, but some of the systems didn't work like they were supposed to, like how Ghost Pokemon and Psychic Pokemon interacted. And like, I feel like they recognized that. Like, if I were to put my favorite, like, I personally think that the Soul Silver and Heart Gold are probably one of the best, like, Pokemon games, just because, you know, they're for the DS, so they're updated from the Game Boy Color one, and just Silver and Gold have the, you know, 2-generation Kanto Johto thing. Like Disgaea one the best, but the phone version has auto battle, and that makes leveling so much easier that it totally breaks the challenge in the game. Okay, so it has auto battle. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I like Disgaea 1's characters. I think that and the story are pretty solid. Like, they really build the world and like the idea of Disgaea, where it's like, you know, demons, angels, you get the humans. I didn't care for the human characters. I thought they were kind of annoying. I think they really. I think it's a really good game, but it's still a first game that's still kind of figuring its stuff out. I don't think it necessarily.
Does such a thing really exist?
I don't think it is necessarily like the peak Disgaea. Like, yeah, third Disgaea 1 I like better than 2. Yeah, Disgaea 2 story is. I feel like it doesn't have nearly as much bombast as Disgaea 1's, where I haven't gotten the third, 3, 4, and 5 enough to know how I like them. Okay. Yeah, Disgaea 2 is, I feel like, a lot more of like a, I don't want to say like personal exploration of like, whereas Disgaea 1 was like, okay, you got demon, and then Flan comes in as angel, and you have the hard dichotomy of person who hates love, person who likes it, obvious like metaphors of angel and demon and all that stuff. And then, you know, growing closer and all that stuff, realizing like Laharl's backstory and all that. Whereas Disgaea 2, it's more about kind of like personal growth, and achieving goals and understanding, that kind of thing, breaking out of your preconceived notions of other people.
Protects the people who are precious. Worthless. That has nothing to do with me.
Oh yeah, his aversion to sexy women it's really funny, especially because they use it to the point of not just like, oh, he doesn't like them because he's shy. It's literally like, oh no, it causes physical revulsion in me, which is why the women in my party are flat-chested and are not sexy whatsoever, regardless of what they would say. And they use that to the comedic effect of like Edna and Flan being like, "You son of a bitch! How dare you say we're not sexy or attractive?"
Really? Then you wouldn't protect me?
And I think when they tried to bring that back with Disgaea D2, it was kind of like they hit some and they missed some, where it's like these characters, their story was basically kind of finished by the end of Disgaea 1. The only thing I feel like that they really should have done with Disgaea or Disgaea D2, we're coming to just so that's not the level I felt like. Yeah, Disgaea D2, or Disgaea 2, not D2. Its comedy was basically just, you know, beat up on Taro and also Frog Guy. And that was about it.
The ultimate skill protects the people who are precious to you.
Yeah, I should probably also mention, if you mouse over the stream player, you'll see a thing pop out for Twitch picks. If you click on that, it'll bring up a poll for what game I should play next. I think what games I have currently are E8 New Game Plus playthrough, Dragonstar Varnier, which is, I believe, a compile hard game, Mega Dimension Neptunia 7R, which is also a compile hard game, and then Final Fantasy 5 to the PC version, which I think is a port of the phone version. So if you just want to drop a vote for the next game I play, because that's generally how, yeah, I'm not a fan of comedy, I think it's something someone else. This game definitely has some of that for the most part. Where freaking Red Magnus, big muscle idiot, and Sorokin, the, perceived coward, are often played at. But it definitely does decently with other comedy, kind of, with Usalia and Christo. Mostly through heavy character interactions. I apologize. But he was going to say it probably didn't matter.
It's me, of course, right?
Serafina being, of course, confident that she is precious to Kilia, which she presumably is. Like, without a doubt, I think all of his allies are precious to him. But I don't think Serafina has an especially special place in his heart.
Unfortunately, it's
Usalia coming in with the hard truth. It's like, Fish, you know who it is. Come on.
I know. I just wanted to say that.
And the best part is she gets it. She knows. She just wants to play it up. I hope my mic isn't too loud. I see it going into the yellow on my waveforms. And also, if the game audio isn't loud enough, please just tell me. It's okay. I don't know this very well enough to really know what's going on anyway. Well.
You just voluntarily stepped on a landmine. You're a super M, Sarah.
But yeah, if the audio needs to be readjusted, please just tell me. I'll do my best to appease everyone. Yeah, she likes to shoot people that piss her off because she's prissy. Because I'll try and fix the audio as much as I can hear, which is only my voice, and that's because I'm talking.
But I couldn't protect Lisa. Does that mean I don't deserve to master the ultimate skill?
Your mic is considerably louder than game audio by when you're turning stuff down. Game audio could maybe go up a little, but I'm not overly worried. Okay. Yeah, I can understand that. So let's pop up game audio to, what was that, negative 22 decibels. So now I'm going to put it up to negative 17.4. How's that going? I'll click back into the game. Maybe get some audio. Oh, I hope it's going good. Yeah, it definitely seems to be a bit louder on the waveform, which I think is better. There we go. Let's go to settings. Oh yeah, that's also another thing. I put down these volumes just for when I was doing like personal video game grinding. So how's this? Is now the game audio a bit too loud? Because I think it might be.
Let's go.
Nipponichi software. Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't hear what was going on there, but I know exactly what they said. Yeah. So just goes to show that I have played this game for quite a bit, almost 40 hours. Yeah. So what I was talking about with the squads. Yeah, I'll put down the game audio just a little bit again. There we go. Okay, let's hope that's good enough. So we were talking about with the squads versus Disgaea 3 and 4. Disgaea 4 is weird because you can get specific character endings, like character end scenes, but it depends on who's in one of the squad equivalents. But yeah, and this one is a lot better because okay, capture squad enables the use of the move capture. Who's in it? These guys. Okay, come over here. Each level tells you exactly what it's going to do, which is awesome. Interrogation squad. And to use some interrogation room. Okay, cool. Who's in it? These 3 people. Cool. What does each level do? It's just having it in list form instead of on an arbitrary board is just so much better. And I feel like what they realized was exactly that. They were like, why should we put in the extra effort to make the classroom, to make the like nether party board or whatever, with the assets of like the classes and all the monuments and stuff, when we could literally just have the same effect in a list, and no one would care because I didn't like having it like this is just better. It just simply is. Like, I don't care that I don't have the board. I care that I have the effects of the squad. So, putting it like this is just a more efficient use of time. I think I came over here. There we go. Okay. So this is the fun one where I can't even, like, because these aren't voiced, so I do the voice. So I'll know when to hit X now. Hey, Killia, teach me the ultimate demon technique too. No, I'm more suitable since my heart is like a relaxing current. Hey, you two, the ultimate demon technique isn't that easy to learn. How can that be? If Zero can use it, then I should be able to use it too, right? Yeah, chessboard play for battles is good. I like that for the whole classroom assigning these things just super weird to me. Yeah, right? You idiot! You have no idea how much we went through to master it. Sir Killia, I've decided I want to learn the ultimate demon technique to get an innocent heart. I don't mind teaching you guys. What do you want to learn? But why do you want to learn it so much? Oh, thank you for the follow, cutesy cat. Much appreciated. Thanks for being a buddy. Prison Ranger's down. It's super obvious. To become the strongest overlord, I want the power to defeat Killia. I simply want Sir Killia to teach me step by step. Do you guys really think you can master the ultimate demon technique with such impure motives? Zeroken is right. You have to get rid of your impurity first. Even though freaking Red Magnus's reason to want to learn it, Prison Rangers for the win. Dude, Prison Rangers, I feel like, is some of the peak comedy where it's just like, they're putzes, but they really think they're all that, and I love it. And I love how freaking Adele can become Prism Ranger Black, and they put that as his class in the thing. It's fantastic. But, oh yeah, what I was talking about with the scrolls in this game. So, you have all these scrolls, and it's like, oh, you have the ability scrolls, like the tough guy and stuff, but you can also just have Megastars. Like, oh, I want to teach Megastar to someone, I can just give it to Killia. I'm not going to, but I could. And then it's on him, and then it just acts like it's his move. But fire, but Mega Ice, you can put a whole bunch of things. And you do that by, you can get more scrolls by doing quests over at the quest guy, or by coming over here to Mr. Character World, taking the character, going through it. Prison Rangers were so bad, yeah. Going through it on whatever difficulty, you'll get to an end board thing, and then it'll allow you to choose from one of various options, and one of them is make a scroll, make a common skill scroll. And you can, I believe, you can choose the move that makes a scroll out of, and then boom, you have the move that you just give to someone else. Make me want to play 5. Yep. Hey man, if I can get someone else to play a really good game, then I'm all for it. But yeah, and one of the nice things, at least I can't remember if it's in the base versions of the other games, but you can come over here to the Netherworld editor. Forgot that I bought 5 when I became a Shells PC, so you already have it. So I mean, you can just play it. You can come over here to this person when it unlocks. You just edit the interior of the Netherworld. Default interior, you can just, once it loads in, come on. You can just move your people around. Like, it is really nice. Because it's like, oh, what people do you use most? Okay, just move the healer from, like, here to here to make it easier so you don't even have to, like, worry about that lift. Move Plenaire from here to over here, that way you don't have to make a long trip every time. Move the cheat person to here from over here, because that's also a very highly used one. Like, yo, Red Rock, thanks for the raid, man. I appreciate it. I saw that you were playing. Were you playing The Last of Us 2, or were you? What were you playing? I literally just saw you. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate it very much. Oh God. Oh, thank you for the follow, Evil Blanketfish. You're way too much fun playing 1 and 2. Oof, well, yeah, sorry about that. That's it. You were playing Persona 4 Golden. That's what it was. Yeah, that game just came out, and it's been freaking rocking. Because it broke the record for the most concurrently played JRPG on Steam, which I don't remember what was previously the record holder. Yeah, Nightbot's a bit tough on emote spamming, so you know what? I'll spam my own emotes, just to make sure that something gets spammed. There we go. Because I can do whatever I want. There we go. Boom. Please excuse the not like this. So I hope you're doing good, Redrock. Haven't talked to you in a bit. It's been a bit busy with other stuff. But I have been trying to lurk whenever possible. But yeah, just giving a nice rundown of the Disgaea 5 features to Cutesy Cat, who's been here for the while of the stream. Like most streams, been having some technical difficulties. Like, I can't hear the game, but you guys can. So, you know, fun. That's wonderful. But thank you very much for the raid. It's much appreciated. Yeah, Disgaea 5 is a really good game. Still like Disgaea 4 the best, but it's simply a good game. Disgaea games are just good, and I feel like you say like, oh yeah, like if I said like, oh yeah, like Disgaea 3 is like my least favorite. Least favorite is still a really high game. Like it's still great. Like it's still better than other games that I've played. So I mean, what it comes down to is what do you like and dislike about each iteration, really?
It's unnecessarily huge and annoying. Jeez, where is that jabroni Void Dark?
When I was
Yeah,
in the
excuse me,
lost,
I still can't really hear. Well, I literally can't. I can't hear them talking. So it's a bit more of a guesswork as to when they're done and when I should move on. It also definitely helps that how grindy is the platinum trophy? Okay, if you're asking about how grindy is a Disgaea game, then you're already in deep. Short answer, I don't know. Long answer, probably quite a bit. But, you know, thank you for asking, Moncappy. You know, it's good to be honest. I gotta tell you, I really don't know. It probably takes a while, because I imagine you have to be Badass Overlord Ball, which requires a lot of time. It requires perfecting basically 10 characters. It requires, and to get those perfecting, you also need perfect items and all that stuff. It's definitely not easy. Like, you'll probably do it if you follow a guide, but it takes a while.
Please don't forget that we have to face Demon General.
So if you're trying to find the game that's like, oh, I'm gonna go into this game and plat it real quick, probably shouldn't. Enough grind to change your shell into a toothpick. Yeah. If you do want to potentially grind out the platinum trophy, what I would suggest is, because I was watching a speed run, and it was like a speed run to it was a speed run to beat Ball, and they did it in like 3.5 or 4 hours. So what I imagine is, if you just watch that speed run and, you know, do the things they do with maybe a bit more casuality, so it's not like so like thin line perfect that you need to do stuff, then you should honestly be able to plat the game relatively quickly, because speedruns are made to be hyper optimized. So, you know, there reminds me, I haven't done a speedrun of Cold Steel 2 in a while, but I'm busy playing this game, so, you know, too bad. Maybe when I finally move place to my, maybe when I finally move to my own place, that'll be my first stream, to celebratory Cold Steel 2 or Cold Steel 2 New Game Plus speedrun. Because I've done, I think, at least one speedrun on every difficulty for New Game Plus, and I think one of them is like an hour 56 something. But yeah, that's, I freaking love Cold Steel, man. It's so good. It's so anime.
If only there was some way.
I'm really looking forward to Cold Steel 4 in the fall. Already have it pre-ordered easily. I was like, yep, boom, pre-order it. Yeah, you're one of the streamers that I followed. I think I originally followed you because you were playing Cold Steel. You're either playing Cold Steel or you're playing, or I randomly looked. Did I follow you when you were playing, what, Fairy Fencer, Dark Advent? It was either that game or a different one, or Cold Steel. Can't remember. Trying to remember. But yeah, both are good games. Fairy Fencer is a bit more standard of like the compile heart formula. But it's not bad. I mean, there's a reason why they use that combat system for all their games. One, because it allows you to make games like freaking clockwork. Because I think they put out a new game with basically that near identical battle system like every year. It's like, it must be a dream to make the Neptunia games, because it's literally like, okay, we have literally every enemy asset, we have all our moves and all that stuff. All we literally have to do is just move them over to the new game and make a slightly new story. Like, okay, cool. New character design, cute girl, there you go. It sells. Break the fourth wall a bit, boom.
What do you mean?
Whereas, other games between iterations, it takes a super long time just because they make new assets and all that stuff. Like with some, I think it was like Final Fantasy VII Remake, I read an article where they said, like, for each area of the game, they made new assets, even if they were reusing, like, a similar thing. Like, oh, they were using, like, a different sheet of metal, but they remade it again so it fit with the lighting and the theme and or in the area more. They didn't reuse the assets, as far as I read. Which I'm like, that has to take a lot of time and space on the discs, which is why it's a 2-disc freaking game. Seraphina trying to drop the logic as to why Killia should bone her. So Lisa doesn't have to be the only important person. I could be, and important people share beds, right?
Then just add Goldion to that list.
Yeah, and protect Goldion, man. Goldion is best boy.
Lise has passed away.
Goldion is a true man's man, and he has a deep, sultry voice. So deep, so sultry. And while everyone's here, feel like this would be a good time, if you mouse over the stream, you'll see something pop out on the right for Twitch picks. That has a list of 4 games that I plan to play next. And I believe right now, Ys 8 New Game Plus playthrough is in the lead. So you would all be oh so kind to come in, just vote for a game you would want me to play. I'd be more than happy to oblige.
The final skill didn't work. But maybe
Yeah, Ys 8 is another game by Nihon Falcom, people who made the Cold Steel games, the Legend of Heroes Trails games, basically. And it's more of an action RPG-oriented thing, but it was the first Ys game I played, and I played it when it came out on PC, which was, it was a bit of a broken mess. But I think it was a few months ago, like 6 or 7 months ago at this point, the guy who ported Cold Steel 1 and Cold Steel 2 to PC, Durante, he basically fixed the PC version, like officially. Like the people at Xseed or NIS, or NIS only did the Cold Steel 3 and 4. Xseed, I believe, still did Ys 8. I'm going to head off. It's been a long time for now. Yeah, dude, you, from what I can tell, you played Persona 4 for a while. So yeah, I hope you go get a good night's sleep. So hope you have a nice day. Thanks for the raid, Red Rock. Very much appreciate it. Oh, I didn't realize Persona 4 had come to PC back in the game. Add to my wish list. Yeah, it came out a couple days ago, and it immediately broke the record for like most concurrent JRPG played on Steam. I can't remember what it previously was. It may have been Nier or something, or Nier Automata, or I can't remember honestly, but it immediately broke it because like a lot of people wanted to play Persona 4 Golden because it's the definitive edition of Persona 4. Like it's the royal version of Persona 4. And let me tell you, Persona 5 Royal adds a lot to Persona 5, and it's really good. Well worth the money I spent on it. Very much loved it. So a lot of people wanted to play Golden, but it was stuck on the Vita. So it was just like, okay, as soon as it got to PC, everyone who had wanted to play and everyone who played it before were like, yeah, we want to play this version on the PC that I can put on 4K graphics and really good things. And it's probably going to be modded to hell within a few months to make it even better. Put Thomas the Tank Engine in it. I feel like that's always the go-to mod, where it's like, oh, put Thomas the Tank Engine in it. Like, what was it? It was Resident Evil... What was the one with Nemesis that just came out? Resident Evil 3 remake? Or I think it was 2 and 3, where it had Mr. X and Nemesis. I don't play Resident Evil games, I just watch them, but I follow news online. But it's just like they just change his model with like Thomas the Tank Engine, and he's just like chasing you, trying to kill you. And I'm like, that's fantastic.
Sorry,
But it's just, modding is just fun. I haven't beat any of the Persona games, but I like the gameplay and story, and the one I played, which I don't even remember which one it was anymore. Okay. Was it on the PSP? Because that would probably be Persona 3. Was it on the PS Vita? Because that would probably be Persona 4 Golden. If it was on PS2, it could have been Persona 3 or Persona 4. If it was on the PS4, then it was most likely Persona 5.
Red Magnus, didn't you know this was going to happen?
And then it was probably just dropping in the whys, like, you've been through this whole rigmarole before. Shouldn't you have known you were going to be shot? Yes, Blip.
Protect the people who are precious.
Okay, I'm curious as to how if a lot of people voted. So let's open this up. Ooh, okay. So we got 2 votes for Dragonstar Varnier, 3 votes for E-State New Game Plus. So it's now close. It is now anyone's guess as to what game I'll play next after this game. And no need to worry. I have all the games on that list are games that I currently have in my library, Steam library. So it's not like I'm going to have to buy the games. So it's like they are all, I have them all, I believe they're all installed, or at least ready to be installed. So. Oh, I forgot that I was I forgot that I was in the beginning cutscene of a map set. Oh man, I should probably focus a bit more. Yeah, oh yeah, I remember you. You killed all your, brothers. Did you say Battle Royale? Because, I have some experience with some Battle Royales. I played Apex Legends for a couple weeks.
This guy is a demon general too?
Is it just me, or does he look weaker than
Is it just me, or does he look weaker than the other two? Yes, he looks like a generic guy.
Underestimate him. He's unleashing his potential excessively too.
It's like I could have my own pirate enemy, or pirate ally, and do it. Okay, are you one that has a lot of people in it? No, you are not. Okay, so the thing is, sometimes you want to actually save characters, because the revenge gauge takes a bit to open up. And sometimes it's just good to just, stomp on people. Hey, look at how strong my Killia is. Yep, yep. Oh man, it's like you're not doing any damage, and the curry effect I have on makes it so you just can't even kill me, and I take you out in one hit by doing multiple thousands of damage. So, you know, this is just how it's going to be. I'm going to tell you that. I'm going to tell you that right now. Just, you know, come over here. Boom. Hello, how do you do? What I'm going to do is actually, no, do not. I almost messed that up. I'm going to take out Zeroken because I think what's going to happen probably is I'm going to need to kill more people per turn than I'm currently able to with purely Killia, except for maybe now, because his overload ability is fucking broken once you're over leveled, because it just lets you do like a couple more moves. You still have to move and get there, but if you just focus on getting Killia at a high level and also giving him maximum movement, he can just wipe maps, and it's wonderful. Yeah, I love how badly you can break this guy against the ground. Yeah, see, that's my favorite part. See, the game, you can do it, and the game basically encourages it. Like, it's not like other games where it's like, oh, you break the game through grinding, and that's, you know, you're being disingenuous to the game. The game literally says, yeah, you want big number, don't you? You should get big number. Let us give you the things you needed to get big number. It's fantastic. Because it doesn't feel like disingenuous to the game's identity. Where, like, the game knows exactly what it is. It's not trying to hide that. There we go. Oh man, look at that mummy. I think this is the first time I've seen this one. This like picture right here, where it's like you got the male cleric, which doesn't look like a male, but it's a male, freaking mummifying someone, poisoning the fighter, injecting a needle straight into the head of one of the ninjas, and everyone else is scared. Do not skip the demo. I do not want to skip the demo. Why did this happen? Because you a bitch. You're a bitch, boy.
If I was going to be used like this, then I would have preferred to die with my brothers.
Yeah, bitch. You're a bitch. All you're saying is how much of a bitch you are. You didn't realize you were stupid. Excuse me while I drink some water. I apologize. That was a bit obnoxious of me. I can drink quieter. Watch. There we go. Yep. I apologize for that disgusting slurp.
He even treats his overlords like crap. Ugh, makes me sick.
He treats his overlords like crap. I'm mid-Magnus, I say I'm the strongest, but I'm actually the weakest person in my entire party, Bob. Hello, Mr. Grand Gradrius the Sixth. You a big boy.
He's huge! He's so big, I'm gonna repeat myself. He's huge!
Well, the game is designed to encourage grinding because the world and everything, that you can grind while doing new things, and it's not like other games with grinding is literally left to replay areas, but we're not strong enough for this next area. Yeah, that's generally it. I will say, which with each iteration, they do make the item world a lot less obnoxious. Like, I remember playing Disgaea 1, and, like, the item world levels can be so big sometimes. Like, they'll be so big, and sometimes I find that they're just, like, uncompletable, based on, like, how many people in my party got KO'd, or what people I have. And there are so many endgame things you can have to massively grind to. Yeah, the Disgaea games really are actively split up into, like, you have your main game with your story. There's your JRPG story. There you go. And then the post game is where the Disgaea identity really comes in, where it's like, we built this game for you to grind stats, grind levels, get big number huge. Here are bosses that you need big number huge to defeat. Do it. Like it really just shows how well the character or the makers of Disgaea know their game. I hate the animal worlds where they put someone on and literally can't throw anyone to. Yeah, where it's dependent on you having someone with like a magic ability with a range far enough to hit them at that point. And it's like, well, you know, that sucks. But I feel like they really, I feel like it really started hitting real good around like Disgaea 4 and then D2, where they really like remodeled the item world kinda to be generally smaller, not afraid of big ones, but the worlds are generally smaller, meaning that you don't have to worry nearly as much about an enemy being out of range. And if the item world is big, it's generally like a pretty flat surface, and everything's just more spaced out. Like, you'll still be able to move to them. You won't need to rely on range. For example, getting a geochange warp ability. Yeah. Moncappy, is this a PC version? Yes, it is. Although I have played it on the PS4 and the Switch. I have the Switch, and I played the Switch version for my YouTube channel a few years back. But I was feeling the Disgaea itch. I was like, man, I haven't played a Disgaea game in a while because they haven't released Disgaea 6 after like 5 years or like 6 years or whatever. I could really use some more Disgaea, man. And then I was like, well, Disgaea 5 complete just came out on PC. Waiting for Disgaea 4. But, you know, this one came because, like, they're so mean, man. Like, they put out the complete versions, which is fine. Then they start putting them on PC. It was like, hey, Disgaea 1 PC. Okay, cool, play that. Disgaea 2 PC. Cool, play that. Then Disgaea 5 complete PC. Disgaea 5 PC. What about 3 and 4? What are you doing? What about D2? What are you doing? And then, oh yeah, sorry guys, Disgaea 1 is complete. With Disgaea 1 just redone with like updated graphics and all that stuff. And I'm like, okay, but what about 3 and 4 and D2? Come on. Like, come on. Please? Yeah, this is the PC version. But I'm playing with a DualShock. And once we get out of this cutscene, I'll show why this game is possibly one of my favorite PC ports of any game.
He's a great opponent to practice the ultimate skill on.
I'm gonna beat this fucking dragon up because I need to practice.
Don't worry. I'll master the ultimate skill to protect the people who are precious to me.
See, it's actually quite interesting that I don't have any game audio because it makes me feel like I need to talk a lot more, even if it is over the cutscene, which is unfortunate because I generally don't do that. But
I was only able to get to this point because
I do feel like I'm having. It's definitely because the chat is extremely active, thanks to Red Rock and QT Cat. But like I feel like this is a lot more fun, like having the back and forth conversation and just being able to kind of like, you know, gush about my love for this series. Because my first game of the series was Disgaea 1 on the DS. It wasn't on the PS2. Even though I had a PS2, I didn't know about the game. And one day I was just like looking through, because back in the day, when I was a wee tyke, the way I tried to find games that I'd like would be to go on GameStop.com and just look under like the RPG section, which is how I played Luminous Arc 2, which is also a really good DS game. And I found this game, and I asked for both of them for Christmas on the same year. I remember being disappointed about getting Disgaea 2 over Luminous Arc, or getting Disgaea DS over Luminous Arc 2. But then later in the day, when I was at my extended family's Christmas, where it was like a gift exchange, but they gave every kid like one gift from every person, I got Luminous Arc 2, so I was like, this is fucking great. And then I played Disgaea DS, and I really liked it. I was like, oh, is there another? And it was like, oh yeah, there's Disgaea 2 for the PSP. And I was like, I don't have a PSP, but I have money. Buy a PSP. And that let me get some other JRPGs that I liked quite a bit. And I was like, okay, is there a third? And it's like, yes, it's on the PS3. It's like, oh. I'll get a PS3. What about 4? That's also on the PS3, I believe, or PS4 or whatever. Okay. Guess I'll get it for PS4. And then, just kept going. I was like, yeah, this is pretty nice. Yeah. it was just a nice snowball of like, these are really fucking good games, man. And growl.
Amazing! That was simply
You defeated that beast in one hit because he was a weak ass bitch. The sprites are detailed. Yes, the sprites are quite detailed. I believe Disgaea. I can't remember if it was 3 or 4 where they moved to updated like HD sprites. Because yeah, these I can play Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom. No, I haven't. Is it similar to this game in terms of like combat and stuff?
Are you trying to compete with me over the title of strongest overlord?
Are you trying to compete? No, there's no competition, Red Magnus. You're a weak bitch. You're level 1. Because I refuse to let you level. I reincarnated you so you would be level 1.
The ultimate skill?
Yeah, I kind of got it.
Side-scrolling Metroidvania. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I don't play a lot of Metroidvania games. I played some, but they're not like. I think the last like I can't even say it was a Metroidvania. The last side-scrolling like game that was kind of set like that, but I think I played was what was it? It was
Protect precious people.
what is no like Rogue Kingdom or Rogue Tower. It's a roguelike game where every generation of night or whatever, game high resolution 2D. Oh god, I was about to hit the PS button to try and bring up the PlayStation menu to see if I could get it. Yeah, I really don't have anything against side-scrolling games. I just find that I don't play them all that often. I remember that I remember playing things like Salt and Sanctuary, like it's a side-scrolling like Souls-like game, and I really liked that. Didn't finish it but I was playing with a friend. It was really enjoyable in co-op. And then also you have played Shovel Knight as well. That was a good one. Also played co-op with my friend. And what's that bug one? The one that's like really good.
Let's fix you up.
Oh, what is it? I really can't think of the name. Let's interrogate some people. I think we got some people to interrogate. Sardines! He probably said something like sardines. I don't know. When Salvatore is speaking, it is safe to assume he said something akin to sardines! Okay, how's it going? We've made it this far, but there are demon generals we've never seen before. How many demon generals does Voidark have? The number of layers the Lost has is ridiculous. Then does that mean there are more demon generals than just Beheritas? Plip! Oh, it's a little too late to be scared of taking on 10 or even 100 demon generals. Yeah, of course. I say just super bring it. You're right. The forces of the rebel army have grown rapidly, but we must stay alert. The Lost may have grown in numbers, just like we have. It is possible that they have recently increased their number of demon generals. I agree. I hardly think that a demon who has the potential to be a demon general would pop up, but we need to be on our toes. You're right. We better be prepared. Yeah. Curry, blip! But yeah, friggin' Red Magnus level 1. And the only reason he has 18,000 health is because of the curry effect that I currently have on, which is increasing HP and SP and regenerates them every turn. Otherwise, he would go down in like a hit generally. Save that.
Where would you like to
Come
go,
back
dude?
in here. Yeah, I need to start kind of busting through because I do want to do this DLC map, but I also want to make sure I get through at least one story campaign in a stream because that's basically my goal of like.
Someone's on the floor over there.
My goal is always get through at least one story chapter per stream. Given that I can really only stream on weekends, like possibly Saturday, possibly Sundays, and if I do it on one day, I don't do it on the other. So it's like I do it like once a week currently. Once I move to my own place, I plan to do it a lot more frequently. So I feel like I need to make progress in these games.
Why is she here? Actually, how is she even still alive?
Which is also why I'm more willing to, grind out my characters in the off time so I can play the game more, and to kind of expedite the going through the game. Like, it makes it faster when I'm able to one-shot everything.
Hey, Margarita.
Don't get near her. It's a trap.
It's a trap. Progress is overrated. I mean, I would generally agree, except for the fact that JRPG games are heavily story-based. Like, I feel like that's what draws me to them, because I like reading books. I like reading light novels, manga, and all that jazz, as one could expect. Hell, I'm reading the newest volume of freaking ReZero over there. Yeah, which I'm very much enjoying. Freaking ReZero, great anime. Highly suggest season 2 is coming out in July. Split core. But like, because they're so highly story based, like, it's not like I'm playing Overwatch where it's just just like every match is slightly different and you're doing that, or I'm playing like Dark Souls or something where it's like there's no quote unquote story. I mean, I already played Disgaea 1 so much because of the story. Yeah. Like, JRPGs basically live and die generally by their story. Disgaea is kind of an exception because a lot of it's more in like the grinding aspect of it. I spend a lot of time doing things other than progressing the story. So, like most JRPGs, I would say live and die by their story. And if it's not a good story, if it's shit, people don't want to play them. Because, like, let's be completely honest. It's not like this combat is all that, I don't want to say engaging. Like, it's move to an area and use a move. And, like, you can get the combo up to do your, like, fun stuff, and you can do, like, certain things and unique skills and learn skills. But it's not like you're doing, like, it's not like a character action game. Like, it's not like DMC5 where, like, you're whipping out different combos with all your weapons, switching between them, so completing, like, the Demon Buster arm thing. Like it's not highly real-time active. It's very forethought-out active. Like, you have to think ahead. But even then, depending on how you're playing the game, you don't really need to. Like me, I don't need to think ahead when I'm playing this game right now. Like, I just need to kill everything, and I know I can. The most I need to worry about is getting poisoned. Other than that, I guarantee I'm going to work. It's going to work out. Hello, Margarita / Makoto from Persona 5. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well.
Of course.
Thanks.
Haha! How? I was going to sneak attack you, even though you knew I was evil and would probably do exactly that.
It's simple. Excessively unleashed power. Overlords that are supposed to be dead. It had to be.
Elementary, my dear idiot. It was too obvious. Broke his face, Magia.
You're gonna explain everything like a know-it-all? Then defeat these guys first.
If you're gonna be an asshole about it, then be an asshole about it. Kill these guys.
Ultimate demon technique. Final skill. A video holy water.
Oh yeah? Kill these guys. Kill them.
Impossible! There's no way any demon other than Lord Void Dark could have this much power.
There's no possible way. He absorbed the energy of planets. Oh yeah? I went to the item world. The fuck is an item world?
You. How were you able to gain so much power?
Through excessive grinding.
To protect the people who are
To
precious
protect
to
the
me.
people who are precious to me.
What did you say?
That doesn't sound very demonic of you.
I gained this power to protect the people who are precious to me.
Let me repeat. I'm a badass who is gonna punch you real hard.
You're a demon. How could you possibly say something so embarrassing? I'll make sure you never speak again.
I have twin kitty cat stabs.
Disgaea!
Okay, I definitely gonna play this game. I like it. Yes, Killy is a real good character. Like, his design is solid. He looks like an edgelord. He kind of acts like it, but not like purely edgelordy. It's just great. His character arc is really solid as well. So yeah, I would highly suggest playing this game. So I'm gonna show to you why I preserved her by doing something like this.
Super reckless!
Yeah, shove him out there. Get another weak ass bitch. Your defense is too high. You're pretty weak. I'll shove you out there. What do you have equipped? Get that out. Yeah, get that out. You don't need any of those things. And then come over here to Lusalia. And then she can just defend while looking that way. And then end turn. Yeah, they get magic changed. Yeah, now she gets this thing. And basically, I just won the match already. Yeah, and you'll see right here. So basically what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to do a whole bunch of stuff, like kill all these guys, and it's really annoying because they keep poisoning you. So you need to keep using Esplar to get rid of the poison. And she's tough because, you know, she has a couple things. Margarita, same voice actress as Makoto from Persona 5 and Asuna from Sword Art Online, but I don't watch Sword Art Online dubbed. I did watch it just to critique it, honestly, which there's a lot of critique. Final thing on Sword Art Online, it's okay, it's average. It's not great. Had a great premise originally, and then they kind of dropped the ball on it. That's my opinion on it. It's fine. Has some good animation at times. That's what I'll say on it. Not my favorite. It's not the worst I've ever watched. But yeah, she has the anti-aging cream and Lolita. That's her freaking sub weapon. She got these multiple magic change things. Cool. Hey, look, it's Usalia. Her overload ability, Murmur of Rage, performs a mass attack on everybody and ignores support attack range for 3 turns. Oh my god, look at all those people. Murmur of Rage, boom, they're all dead. I just won. Her overload ability is the most broken once you've grinded her. And it's why you want to keep a bunch of weak-ass bitches that can just get killed. Because when an enemy gets, or when an ally gets killed, your revenge meter goes up by, I believe, 25%. Her thing was already really close, so I just threw level 1 Red Magnus out there along with Rosalind to take damage, possibly get killed. Pop her overload, boom, take out entire map full of a whole bunch of enemies. Yeah, it's really nice. It really expedites some stuff.
Give up.
How can I lose? Because you are a bitch-ass child. You're weak.
What are you saying?
This is what you get for taking so many lives in the past. The least you could do is feel some remorse.
The least you could do is feel some remorse for the people that you killed.
What are you trying to do, Red Magnus?
What are you gonna do, Red Magnus? Are you gonna just snap? Are you gonna Bane her? Are you gonna Batman Bane her? Just freaking take her, snap her back over your knee? Because that would be great. I would love to see that.
She senselessly destroyed my netherworld. This isn't enough to pay for what she's done. I'm gonna finish her off. What's with you? Go ahead and resist so I can take you on!
No, I don't want to die.
How cliche. When the villain who has murdered a whole bunch of people is then in the position to be murdered, and is like, I don't want to die!
Don't be ridiculous! You've killed countless people who are begging for their lives!
And then the obvious response is what Red Magnus said. You are literally in the position of your victims. You don't get to say that.
And now that it's your turn, you dare say that you don't want to die?
Think this is a trick, Killia?
No. It's probably Margarita's true form. If you take away her
You
power,
take away her power, he's just a kid who's probably a few thousand years old, because that's how demon age works. Demon and angel age. What the hell happened to humans? I do find that funny, how in Disgaea 1 they really set up that concept where it's like, hey, how old are you, Lara? And he's like, I don't know, like 12,000 years old, 12,064 or whatever. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm like 13,018. And Flan is like, I'm 15,000. They're like, you're old. But it's like equivalent to 11, 12, and like 15 or whatever.
I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
Humans have the shrine of the stick. Right? Like, the humans just got fucked. Which makes it even more ridiculous when you get the humans that are able to fight on par with demons. Like, it's like, man, I've been alive for thousands, like I've been alive for millennia. I'm so strong than a human who's been alive for 20 years. Like, yo, bitch, I'm here, flexing, boom, one punch. I mean, how can you beat a game that starts with someone trying to kill the main character while they're sleeping for 2 years? Right? Yeah, I feel like it's a really good intro to the freaking game, where it's like, yes. The game starts with two of our main characters. One of them has been trying to kill the other, while the other is sleeping. This is a wholesome game. I mean, it's not the least wholesome.
You should be begging the people that you killed for forgiveness!
Dude, Usalia just putting up the Lair. Praise the sun! Praise the carrots.
Usalia.
Yeah, I've talked at length about how much I really enjoy Usalia's character design. Because it's kind of like a double, where she's very much meant to kind of evoke the idea of a rabbit, obviously, with like the ears and like the white fur and the red eyes. But then her Magnus looks like Conan the Barbarian. Yeah, he basically does. But you also get the idea of a bunny girl with the with like the full body tights and the like leotard coming in, and then with the bow. And it kind of brings into like a double idea. And I'm like, yeah, that's pretty freaking clever. You're gonna have like a lolly bunny girl that is also a bunny girl. Wonderful.
Of course I hate her, Blip. I couldn't possibly not hate her. But
And not sure if you watched it, but the Kill la Kill dub, Mako Mankonchok Salia's voice actress is the same one.
But that's enough.
Both
No
really
matter
good.
how much we make Margarita suffer.
Kill la Kill is a Playboy bunny that's covered up, and is also a child. But yeah, I just think a lot of the character design in Disgaea games is really good. Like, the people who make these characters know what they're doing.
I can't argue with that, Lil Usa. Do whatever you want.
Thanks. I don't want to hear it, Blip.
I don't want to hear it, bitch. I would slice your throat in a second if I wanted to.
Don't think for a second that you've been forgiven, Blip. Live and make up for all you've done. Now, let's go, everyone.
I turned my back on thee.
All right.
I bite my thumb at thee.
Strength, Usalia.
Battle pork. But yeah, that thing that I did with Usalia is basically the speedrunner strat, where it's like they have what they do is I believe they make like 4 angel class people. I don't know why I went to her. I was thinking of an old game where you actually have to go to her to do the character recruitment. They basically make, I think it's like 4 angel class people, and then keep them at like level 1. Or they make like a angelic page. And I do like how you can put freaking symbols in their name. Like, it's so stupid. I love it. And then yeah, and then they just every map they put Usalia in, throw those 4 out like into the ether, and just go like die. And then they get killed, and then they just basically do the overload with her and KO the map. And I'm like, that's fantastic. I like a circumstance of long line of characters. See, I'm not sure how I feel about it, right? Because at least the long line, you're able to see like how far back like you had the classes unlocked, whereas in this game, like, it is pretty simple. You look at the stars and you just hit R1 and L1 to go through based on that. I will say one of the nice things that I will show with here, and I do want to show why this is one of the best PC ports I've ever played. So you can set a subclass. What this does is when you master it, you get this class's abilities. But mastering classes also unlocks that level of character in the recruitment. So it's like, oh, if I, as you saw, where is it? The Celestial, what is it? Celestial Host is probably the same thing for both of them. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and do that. I'm going to set that. Go over to Cheat Shop, check to make sure it's at 460, which is good. Characters, equipment, statistician, cool. Don't worry, I think they'll still be here even if I go do one quick grind thing. So just come over here, go to third trial. You saw that I didn't have any mastery with that thing, so I just come over here. These guys are level 200 on a XP thing. This is the grinding stage, basically. The Angel Page has been mastered, Angel Squire has been mastered, cool. So I just got a couple levels of that. So, you can come down here, come back over here, nope. I keep forgetting that Recruiter is down over here because I don't really use them all that much. Higher, and then if I go to one of the Celestial people, I went the possible longest way around, and Angel Page, he is now up to level 3, because I mastered those 2 class levels with Killia. So I don't need to make a page, use him, and master it. It's literally just set the subclass on someone else and get the class levels. And you can do it pretty fast because, in the cheat shop, you can also come over here, enemy strength there, and basically the class level is dependent on the amount of XP you get. So what you can just do, come over here, and just have Killia just wipe these guys once you're strong enough at that level. You also get a bunch of levels. And because it doesn't shoot you back out to the main menu thing, you can just keep doing it. And you'll see that I only have Rising Heaven, Hellfire, and Squad Attack. That's because I locked every other move for the sake of grinding. Because he has all these specials. But Rising Heaven is the best one for these martial maps. So, there, I've just mastered a couple more of the things. And some of the bonuses that are associated with that, like, look, he's already that far into specials. Every mastered class you do, they added the cheat shop to the phone version of Disgaea. Yeah, because the cheat shop was added in Disgaea D2, and then in the PS Vita remakes of 3 and 4, they added it there as well. And then in Disgaea 5, it was there from the start, which I very much enjoy. So basically, every class you max out will raise your base stat things, like status. Like, it just makes, I believe it makes your aptitudes better, or it just increases your stats. So basically, to make the best characters, you want to not only master all classes, but you want to do some other things. But yeah, so I think it's really nice because the martial training maps were literally made to grind. Like, they're one of the most useful things ever. Where it's like, yeah, here's a grinding map. The first time you play it, it's hard because we need it to be. You need to earn it. But after that, here you go. And the thing is, Disgaea 1 had a map like that too. So can everyone, even generics, get class proficiency like that? Yes, they can. Every character has class proficiency. Doesn't matter who, like, they can all do it. It's just a matter of earning it, fighting with them, and you just need to set the subclass. Right now, Killia has the most because he's the one I, use to grind out more. Chimera is almost maxed. So you know what? That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to switch him to Chimera, maybe finish it out this one. So there we go. Where are you, Chimera? And of course, each star takes more XP to level up. But it's one of the main reasons why Innocent is really good, because this game introduced the Innocent Farm, which lets you freaking breed Innocents. So if you put statisticians in here, they'll breed, and you can get them up to 900, which is the max anyone can even benefit from them, which is useful. Then you can just put one of those on your thing, and increase your class proficiency yield, because you're getting more XP, which is freaking awesome. Right now, these Innocents are in here waiting for them to spawn, because it's not guaranteed that they will spawn, because I don't know why I went to interrogation. There's the Innocent Aid Squad, enhances the Innocent Farm. So it allows you to use it, increases growth rate of Innocents, number of Innocents that can be put in, and then you'll see that level 9 is Innocent birth rate plus 10%, and then Innocent will be born subdued, which makes it so you confuse them, which is nice. Yeah. So it makes it so it's not nearly as much of a pain to get the good Innocents that you want to use. Because in previous games, I never messed around with Innocents. I did not care enough to be like, okay, I'm going to put like a bunch of these like valuable Innocents or Innocents on the item, then go in the item mode, subdue them, come back. Like, no. In this game, it's like, okay, I'm going to find a bunch of statisticians, put them all on one item, go get them, fuse them, pop them in the farm. Do it again, then I have 2 things in the farm, and then I might just wait for them to breed and then fuse those to get a higher level one, because the higher level ones breed lower level ones. Like, all those 900s will breed and make like a level 200 statistician, which I can then fuse with the one on my weapon until that one's like level 900, and I'll put that one in there as well. And that's the idea, to just have like a continuous cycle of statisticians breeding. So then eventually everyone can get a statistician on them that's at level 900. which is very nice. Shit, this is super bugging me. What's wrong, Rig Magnus? You're breathing real heavily. Are you mad because Margarita got away again? It's over. We can't do anything about it now. I super know that, but she's not someone we can forgive so easily. I highly doubt that she feels any remorse. You're right. She has always been like that. I understand why you don't believe her. She's probably going to pull some dirty trick again and attack us. If that happens, we'll defeat her again, Flip. Usalia. Until Margarita takes responsibility for what she's done, I'll defeat her as many times as it takes, Flip. However, even if she takes responsibility, I don't think I can ever forgive her, Flip. Usalia has matured a lot. Shut up. You seem to be bothered by the fact that you couldn't get rid of one little girl. What? I could have super done it, no problem. Oh, your voice is starting to sound shrill. Okay, and before I go do the story, I want to put that back down to 0. Just don't want to risk it. Oh yeah, and the squads are also useful because I think most people are in the XP squad. So when Killy gets a kill, these guys also get a portion of the. Actually, no, he's in the capture squad right now.
This is it.
Nope.
Awesome.
Capture squad. Wait, what the fuck is he in? What the hell thing are you in? Oh no, he's in the innocent submission squad. That's what it is. Okay. So basically, boot camp squad is useful because they get a portion of the percentage that the leader gets. So if you put XP at max and enemy level at super high, and you're on a map that gives bonus XP, and you have a level 900 statistician, these guys get 10% or more, or well, at least at the base level. They probably get like 25%.
Where would you like to go, dude?
Of what he gets. So you're able to just level everyone up pretty damn nice. Okay, Outer Dark Demise, Distribution C or Disc C Battleport. Enter the stage. Come on, let's go. Up, up, up. Okay, what's this one? Okay, that one's pretty annoying. Yeah, unfortunately, attack minus 50, I don't care about it. Let's do this, Brinical Meteor.
Who cares about being
Come over here. Hellfire Shot. The annoying thing is you need, like, I think at least 2 people on this map, honestly. Yep. Because the thing is, they'll just spawn randomly, so even if you can get all of them, it's not going to work perfectly, and those defense guys keep friggin' interfering. Yeah, because if you try and do it with one character, it either needs to be Usalia when her revenge gauge is all the way up, or you just need a lot of people. Like, it's really hard to do it with one person. Because you basically at least need to take out 2 people every single turn. Or else the rate at which the enemies spawn will outpace your ability to fight them. So now that I'm going to be moving her over, I'm going to take Seraphina out. Because this will be faster than waiting for Killia to run all the way back, because he still needs to take out her. I don't believe that she can attack anyone. Yeah, no, they're too high, so she's just kind of the wait for it. Yeah, she'll be able to take out she'll be able to take out all those guys. But Killia has his overload ability. The annoying thing is you have to use a move, I believe, to make full use of it. So you move all the way over here. Special Hellfire.
Let's go.
I'll just use this as the move. And then come up here. There we go.
Thank you.
And now I believe that is the last one of that chapter, that map. I'm going to come over here, save,
Where would you like to go, dude?
go to the Dimension Guide, Outer Dark Demise, because if there's an outer, presumably there's an inner. Just presumably. Not near guaranteed.
Hurry. I need treatment. Someone help.
I like how she says, I need treatment, not like, I need help.
Margarita.
Lord, quite dark.
Now, Margarita, I'll release you from your pain at once.
Lord, quite dark.
This guy has no problem choking out a child.
What's wrong? Relax. Let it go.
Scream, bitch.
Don't worry. I'm taking your overload skill, Broken Faith Magia. With my overload skill, Brigante Eclipse. Let's see. Now I've got it. The final key. Everything has been prepared. You're useless.
Useless.
Did you trick me?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I did.
Was making a utopia all a lie, too?
That's correct.
Just straight up being like, yeah, you're stupid to believe me.
Well, well, you must really want to die.
Oh, wonderful.
Kilia, have you noticed?
Yeah, this strong spirit. I'll never forget it.
I salute you for coming this far, warriors of the rebel army. This will be your final fight. Now, show me what you've got. That spirit. Without a doubt, I can see that you've grown.
Allies.
What?
My
Still trying to
allies
figure
helped
out
the
what
world.
friggin' button would do auto text.
This power, I offer it to you, Goldion. Ultimate demon technique, final skill, Avidia Holy Water!
I do like the move effect. Like, it just looks super cool.
He stopped it?
Like, they're so neat.
Impossible! I thought it was a clean hit.
You would think you would learn how to just, like, take it after it beat hit by, like, 4 or 5 times. The screens are shaking! Brah!
As expected, it looks like you won't go down so easily. What's wrong? What's so funny?
You've grown like I've never seen before. As expected. No, this is beyond my expectations. Now, let's move on to the final stage.
Let's fight!
The ground is shaking, but this feeling.
Ultimate demon technique! Ultimate skill! Macrocosm!
Macrocosm!
Are you all still alive?
Okay, that's the question. Not okay. Are you all alive?
Everyone's fine.
This is my limit.
Bro, if I heard him correctly, that move, he said it was the ultimate demon technique, ultimate skill.
Ultimate demon technique would of course have an ultimate skill, not just a final skill. Come on.
Could it be?
Could it be?
Why aren't you fighting back? In that case, I'll go first. Show me your true power. Warriors who will carry the burden of the future.
Okay, and here we have a whole bunch of these guys. Man, look at you. You're gonna be tough.
Let's go!
Oh my god. Hey, Killia, how's it going? Hope you're doing well today. Flame God's Dawn. Hello. What's up, bitch?
Are you back to your normal self?
I don't know if they're actually talking. So I'm just gonna leave it up for like a few seconds and then probably skip by it.
What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb. You used a skill from the ultimate demon technique, and it was the ultimate skill.
I don't have to tell you anything.
Goldion,
If you want an answer, then defeat me. There is no other way to make me talk.
It's my turn.
Pop her out. That way at least Goldion or Bloodus will be the final person we take out. Hey, counter. It's so disrespectful where it's like, oh man, got hit by that big move. Counter.
you okay?
Look, get out of here. Get the fuck out.
finished already? I'm still standing here.
I'm still standing here.
Is that the limit of your ultimate demon technique? At this rate, you won't be able to protect a single person.
If the final skill won't work, then I have no choice.
Yeah, bro! The ultimate skill!
I'm counting in my head, being like, how many seconds am I waiting? Like, okay, I've read it, and give it like 1, 2, 3.
Why don't you just copy it?
He's right, Sir Killia. Didn't you see his example just now? It's called the Ultimate Demon Technique Ultimate Skill Macrocosm Blitz.
It's not macrocosm, it's macrocosm!
Macro.
Some call him Cos, others Cosm. Bloodborne was a weird fucking game.
Ridiculous. Do you think a novice like you could handle the ultimate skill? All right. Then one more time.
Now, Killia! You can do it!
You can do it! Believe in yourself!
Ultimate demon technique! Ultimate skill!
Ultimate demon technique, ultimate skill.
If only I had audio, I could appreciate this hype-ass moment for what it is.
Yes, that's great. Excellent.
Why?
T-pose on the ground to
Why
assert
didn't you
dominance.
dodge it? This is exactly the same as last time. Why? Answer me, Goldion! The curtain is about to fall on the war that was started by Demon Emperor Void Dark, which had brought suffering to so many victims. It had lasted for only a blink of an eye when compared to the long history of the Netherworlds. However, it could be said that the drama surrounding the overlords of this time has fascinated later historians for generations.
The ultimate skill. End. See, it's sad, because this is going to be like the serious one.
Falls down after receiving the ultimate skill.
Or no, maybe
now
not.
It's the final battle against Demon Emperor Void Dark.
Next time on Disgaea 5, final episode, dedicated to the precious people.
Sir Killia versus Void Dark. Who will be the one that rises up to take my heart?
Killia, I won't let you have Seraphina. Crawl along the ground and watch us be all lovey-dovey.
Don't you understand? Seraphina's heart is already mine. There's not even a single micron of space in her heart for you.
Don't forget about me. I have awakened. And my body is so super macho, Seraphina won't be able to look away.
So stupid.
I'm not gonna let that slide. I've foreseen the future with my clairvoyance. And Seraphina is going to marry me.
So the story itself, the main story is less silly, but in Disgaea games at the end of every chapter, generally it's the main heroine will do like an outtake of like, oh, here's the next chapter, and it will be completely unrelated to what actually is going to happen. Like, it won't even be in the same genre of game or story. You'd be like, ha ha, we're playing baseball. Yeah. Like, it's wonderful. Boy, I wish I could hear.
Excellent. The ultimate demon technique, ultimate skill.
Like, the thing is, I'm gonna have to after the stream, I'm gonna have to freaking fix my audio, go back into the game, and go to the freaking say freaking a lot. Go back to the guy that lets you rewatch scenes and rewatch these scenes so I can actually hear them.
I've been dreaming of this ultimate skill, and now
Trophy prompt is gonna have. So basically, what happened was this is a port of the. Okay, so game originally came out on PS4. Then it went to Switch, and Switch doesn't have trophies. So what they did, Disgaea, in all its craziness, decided like, oh fuck it, we still want trophies, so we're gonna put our own trophies in. Like, we're just gonna take all the PS4 trophies, make a trophy NPC, and have the game proc the trophies when it will proc it once you do the thing. And then they took that and put it into the PC version that has the achievements on Steam. So basically, every time you do something, it procs on Steam and in the game. I am capturing the game, not my monitor, so I also got the Steam achievement on my monitor. But the game has the internal achievement system. That way you could do it on Switch. Which I'm like, that's so unneeded and also great. You didn't have to do that, but they did it anyway.
Perfected the ultimate skill was you, Kilia. I knew it.
Goldion, are you back to normal?
Correct.
You weren't being brainwashed. Since when?
When you and Zeroken completed the final skill.
This mad lad.
Since then.
That was a while ago, too.
Oh my gosh! You mean you haven't been brainwashed since then?
Correct. That skill was excellent, by the way.
The skill was excellent, by the way. Good job. Good job way back then.
Master, then why?
Yeah, Goldion, why? Why'd you just let people get genocided in the meantime?
You guys were still inexperienced. You didn't have enough power to defeat Void. Challenging you as Demon General Bloodus was the most efficient way to train you guys, as well as buy you some time.
So you went out of your way to become a villain? You truly are the great Demon Fist. Your actions are super affectionate.
No, it isn't as heroic a tale as you think. I figured it was the least I could do for what I've done.
What do you mean?
As Demon General Bloodus, I have taken too many innocent lives. That's something that I can never...
See, at least he understands. Like, he's not trying to downplay what he actually did. Like, he's like, yeah, I know I was brainwashed, but it was still my body that did it. And, you know, that's something on me.
The only thing I can do for my sins is to help you guys out from the shadows and entrust the future to you. And sacrifice my life to teach you the ultimate skill. I've lived all this time in disgrace just for that.
What? But it was all Void Dark's fault. You aren't responsible for that.
No, you're wrong. Void Dark is my unworthy son. It's all my fault. This is my responsibility.
Goldion, did you really have to take it that far
Master, don't die. There's still so much that I want to learn from you.
Don't be sad. You guys are already warriors. I am satisfied, because I was able to see my beloved pupils grow up.
Master.
This is the first time you've ever called me Master. Kelia, you have surpassed me, and you've gained excellent allies. Together, you will be able to overcome the final challenge.
The final challenge, Blip?
Yes. The beginning of
I'm being rather quiet right now because I feel like this is a pretty important cutscene. So I apologize if you're expecting a bit more commentary, especially given that I have to read it and then try and time it out with when to press the button because it's not auto-advancing because the game hates me.
I regret having to leave it to you guys, but it's my only regret. Would you do me that favor?
Sure. I got it. I definitely will stop Void.
Kelia, my beloved pupil, I've always thought of you as my own son.
Master.
Master!
No! Goldion!
Final episode, dedicated to the precious people.
I do like the Disgaea games when they put like final episode. Like it's not like another number.
So, Kelia, are you
And a lot of JRPGs tend to do it as well, where it's like, okay, we're not gonna put a number on this one just so you know it's end game, unless you're Cold Steel, and then it's like, well, is it really? Because Trails games love to go for another 5 hours after you think that they were going to be done. And that's just the way it is. And you love it.
If you need to, we can take some more time before we face the final battle.
Game's done well. Yeah, when you came in and said like about halfway, I was like, oh, nah, probably not, based on what I remember.
I'm fine.
But then I was also double thinking like, well,
Goldion would yell at me from beyond.
maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm remembering wrong.
Yeah, bro's right. He inherited Master's will. So let's go finish this fight with Void Dark.
Zero, when we first met, you were just some little kid with a runny nose. But you've grown into a man.
My nose wasn't runny.
My nose wasn't runny.
Anyway, no man wouldn't be roused after seeing everything Master just did.
No man wouldn't be roused.
We can't lose this fight no matter what.
I'm a girl, not a man. But even I'm pumped up.
Goldion gave us all the opportunity to grow. So in a way, he's all of our masters.
Christo, you take that shit out of here. You can't use the ultimate demon technique.
Let's go take care of his last regret.
Yeah, let's go. We need to finish our business with Void.
Cheat shot minimum became 0. Yay! Don't need that, don't need that. Keep that. 490. Yay! Hey, how's it going, guys? The ultimate demon technique, ultimate skill, macrocosm. Its power is as magnificent as its name. You have to give Keely credit for being able to do it by just seeing it once, Blip.
She's right. If it was up to 0, he would have misfired again, don't you think?
Shut up! You're right! But shut up! Sir Keely has mastered the ultimate skill, then Void Dark is going to be a piece of cake. He's not an opponent that can be defeated so easily. I bet, but it wouldn't hurt to have some confidence. He's right. Blood has risked his life to teach you the ultimate skill, so it definitely has to be effective.
Yeah, you're right.
Something bugging you, Blip?
When I used the ultimate skill, it felt a little different than the other skills of the ultimate demon technique. I think that instead of using my heart, it receives the hearts of my allies and charges it into an enormous power.
Hearts of your allies? What does that mean? I don't understand the theory, but I believe he's saying our feelings of wanting to help him increase the power of the ultimate skill. Does that mean if our hearts become one and we support Circilia, then the power of the skill will increase even more?
You guys are willing to lend me your power?
Lend the power! Everyone, put your hands up! It's Spirit Bomb time! You don't even have to ask! I'll always be on your side, bro.
Yeah, if you have my support, you'll be super invincible, Kelia.
If my will adds to your power, then I'll lend you as much as you want. I am confident that my feelings for Sir Kelia are much greater than anyone else's. Let's all join together and defeat Void Dark, Blip!
You guys, thank you.
Okay, let's check that out. Status. Special Macrocosm. Yeah, it's a one-person attack. I don't need that. So you know it's real good. Also because it's freaking powers S+. So you know what? Let's just come over here and let's level it up some. So I got a bunch of 40,000. Yeah, look at that. Now it's double S+. I could make it cost 163,000, but I don't really have that much SP. And gotta come over here, because I don't remember seeing it, just making sure. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, in terms of the trophy thing, you can also just, like, there's a trophy to get this. It's just like, I want a trophy. Okay, here's a trophy. Congratulations, you earned the trophy. There we go, come over here.
Whether you laugh or cry, this is the final fight, dude. Please return alive, everyone.
My, what a commendable speech for a Prinny.
For a Prinny.
Of course. If you all died, then who'd pay our salaries, dude?
Gun.
Now, let's get going, everyone.
It's kind of sad to think that this will be the last time we'll be working together like this.
Aw, Christo.
It's not the last flip. Don't say such unlucky things, Christo.
Yeah, you gotta be upbeat like Lusalia.
No, I didn't mean it.
Oh damn, Seraphina really popping those moves. Yeah, dude, it's crazy because you look at her design, it's like, where do the nipples even fit? like no way their design doesn't even make sense.
We'll all still split away from each other.
Unless demons don't have nipples, which is quite possible.
Lusalia mistakenly thought we would always be together, but we won't. Now I'm sad, Clip.
Now I'm sad, Clip.
Hey now, let's leave those gloomy thoughts till after we defeat Void Dark.
What's wrong, Red Magnus?
I couldn't say this with everyone else around. Kelia, I'm really glad that we got to meet and become allies.
You know what, Red Bandit? You're alright. No, you're not. You're level 1. You're weak. You're a weak man.
What you were gonna say. That doesn't sound like you.
Don't make fun of me, I'm serious.
I'm serious. Come on, man. Don't make fun of me.
I met you, able to recognize my weakness, and I was able to grow from there.
No, you figured it out all by yourself. We were just supporting you.
I knew you were gonna say that. After this fight is over, I'm planning on rebuilding Scorching Flame with Ponchos and the others. And then, I'll become a fine overlord. The strongest overlord.
Yeah, he's so weak. Right? And that's my favorite part. I'm undermining his entire shtick by making him the weakest bitch of my entire roster. And it's fantastic.
But there's just one problem with that.
What problem?
I still have to wrest the strongest Overlord Championship away from you!
Yeah, you do. Killia's much stronger than you widow bitch. Widow bitch, Red Magnus. You're a widow bitch. Who's a widow
I
bitch?
see. So that's what you meant. Alright. If we get through this fight safely, I'll go one-on-one with the Supreme One.
Yeah, Red Magnus used to like to refer to him, or still probably refers to himself as the Supreme One.
Alright! You got it! That's a super promise, Killia!
Yeah, it's a super promise, right?
Yeah, it's a super promise. Okay, so come back out here because, you know, they really like to throw these things at you at every point. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna come over here.
Right there!
There you go. Change her back into her base clothes. Because that's a thing you can do. And I have forgotten. So I was going to go over why this is possibly one of the best PC ports ever. So, you got your voices. Japanese, English can do that. You got your resolution. Then you got windowed, border, full screen, and borderless windowed, which is great. Resolution or window mode, you can just set to window size, which is there, or just lock it. Desync on off, doesn't matter. Any of these things, you can do that. Then you get here, this display guide. This is just a toggle thing. You can go left and right. So auto-detect, it automatically detects that I am using the PlayStation controller. If I bring my mouse over, like click out, click back in, generally it changes to the other things. Like, I forget what the thing is for it. Enter, tab, press. Well, regardless, it generally picks up the thing. Although, for some reason, like in conversations, you would see that when I clicked out and clicked back in, it went to like click I to advance or whatever. But right now it's on auto. You just set it to PlayStation, you can set it to number, you can set it to keyboard. Like, it's just really good. I love it. Mouse input, yep, enable, disable, in case you don't want to be able to use a mouse and you just want to, you know, WASD keyboard it. Because you can move around the map with the mouse. Who is the first third character you get in this game? So you start with Killia and Seraphina as like the first thing. Then you get Red Magnus. Then after Red Magnus, it is Christo. Then after Christo, it's Zeroken. Then Usalia. Yeah, I think that's the order. But yeah, this is great. Then you come over to here, cursor mode, AB, ally effects, all these things, combat speed. You got a bunch of different things for that. Player cursor speed, a bunch of that. You can even change your save icon to all these things. Look at all these things that you can do. Boom, awaken Killia. Auto save, yes, no. Then you got all these, like the voices, and you got the, like, you can do that and test it for you. Automatically this, you can tell. Text speed, auto scroll. Let's put that on. It's like yes to auto scroll text and voice scenes. Press the square button. Yeah, fucking, I'm an idiot. Auto scroll speed. There we go. Squad colors. Netherworld news, which is just a thing that's just going on when you're in the Pocket Netherworld. These cool, best characters at first. Hey, Red Magnus. Yeah. Camera rotate. It's probably is better. Rosalia is best girl of this game. So far. I have a personal favorite, but we're not going to talk about that. Prioritize Montauk, current fast forward speed on, skip fast forward speed. Like, a whole bunch of options. Like, the thing is, right, this display guide is easily my favorite part of any PC port ever. Because, one, like, Cold Steel, the PC ports are really good. But the thing that I don't like about them is that a lot of the options that come with, like, how the game plays in terms of turbo speed and all that stuff, and, like, language and controller remapping and all that stuff, it comes through a separate window. Like, you hit start and you can do, like, play the game or do start window. So if you make a change in the start window, you have to then hit play game, check to see if it works, then go back out and go back into this one. This is like, oh no, you do everything from here. All the options that you are able to change are here. Like, and it's like, oh, boom, put it right here. I never have to worry about it. Put it here. There's a lot of games, they only put these. Like, I don't get it. Like, FromSoft games, like Sekiro. Sekiro came out recently. Came out for the PS4 and PC at the same time. Yet, the PC version only has gamepad inputs. Why? It could have PlayStation inputs. It was a PlayStation game. It's literally just a switch of what's being shown and what's not. Like, it's not a big change. So any game that is on PC that doesn't have PlayStation buttons on it sucks. Nah, it doesn't suck. It's just annoying. Billy and Seraphina are the ones I like best based on the little bit I've watched. Okay, yeah, they are pretty damn good. Yeah, dude, look, way can kill you. Like, I love the options in this game in terms of, like, button prompts. Because, like, it really is a big thing to me, having the button prompts. Because, like, I play games on PC, but I like the PlayStation controller best. So, I don't want to have to, you know, just... Like, I don't want to have to equate the Xbox controls to the PlayStation whenever. Super Universe! Now I'll train you, Lusa. Just bring it! Rosalia got stronger too. I'll never drag anyone down, Flip. Murmur of Rage! Ah, that's right. Lusa's a super excellent overlord who shoulders the weight of an entire netherworld. Your overlord skill is super crazy. I can super feel the waves of your fighting spirit pulsating. Red Magnus, please don't hold back any of your new overload skills' true power, Flip. You talk big. Alright, let's super have some fun. You guys are training too. Watch me, bro. This is the true power of the air to the ultimate demon technique. Super Luminal Wolf. What are you trying to do? Sir Killia's watching me. True Brayonac gaze. Ugh. Are you alright, Sorkin? Madam Seraphina, hooray! Madam Seraphina, hooray! Looks like he isn't. Shake! Ruff! Rent! Ruff? Don't play dumb with me! Pay it up, you stupid dog! Ruff, 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 ruff. Hey, don't get so close to me! I'll shoot you! I can't tell whether they're training or playing around. Okay. So now that we've done the one obligatory chapter, I'm going to do the DLC because I feel like I really want the in-game audio to be coming to these headphones when I play the final goddamn chapter. So these ones where it's a little less important because there is no voice acting. It's all text. It's more on me. Nether Institute, Evil Academy, the root of evil in this tumultuous netherworld is the pandemic. Oh, fucking Christ. Overlord is deemed, in other words, demon students who fall, blood spilling meat, tenderizing bread, about to take place Evil Academy kill trick. These don't know how fast, like, they're based on mental reading. Listen, everyone, if you don't all walk together, you'll get separated. Walk in a single file line.
Why is Beryl being nice to everyone on this field trip? And she even managed to drag me into this.
Yes.
Who cares? It was just killing time. It's entertaining to observe unknown netherworlds. I get excited knowing we'll fight them in the near future. But I don't like friendly group activities. Anyway, how long are we going to have to follow her? This is getting tiring. Weakling, you lack discipline. What? You're telling me, the Dean and Overlord, that I lack discipline? I order you, transform into a super alloy combining robot, carry me in your palm and charge ahead at 4,000 meters an hour. Barrel, that's immediate moon flashback. Yeah, right? Wait, you're tired too, aren't you? Huh? You guys are tired? Just as I predicted. Check out the itinerary. The itinerary? The next out is free time. I love that printing just on the freaking pad, lily pad. Yep, it's free time starting now. Mal and Salvatore, do whatever you'd like. Barrel sure is presumptuous to give me free time. Well, I can let it slide this once. To have such keen foresight to predict our tiredness, she truly is a shining example of the third freshman class. Don't compliment me so much. You're making me blush. I just did something that's obvious for any teacher. Anyway, we can split up for now. Do whatever you guys want. If you're bored, then you can give me a hand. Whatever. I'm going to buy all the wooden swords from the gift shop. I can't wait to see the despair on all the students' faces when they find out there are no more wooden swords. Then I'm going to search for my missing womanliness, which I lost. I'm going to say, Shopkeeper, transform into a giant battleship and fire a drilling missile from your mouth. Alright, let's all meet up 5 minutes before the free time ends, okay? And then the plane just sinks into the water. Looks like everyone's already took off. Well, I should get started. The targets will be the demons around this area. Let's get volunteering! I should get some rest. Looks cold and blue. Is it dead? Thank you, everyone. With all your help, the blood drive was a success. Did you do this? Huh? Yeah, what about it? Oh, do you want to donate blood too? Blood? I see. You're the one who took all their blood. Who are you? Don't worry, I'm not anyone suspicious. I'm Raspberry, the new delinquent teacher at Evil Academy. Raspberry? Evil Academy? Never heard of it. Why are you doing this? It's common sense for a delinquent teacher to do volunteer work. What? Are you not interested in volunteering? Volunteering? With this mountain of dead bodies? What are you talking about? Every single one of them happily volunteered. But I haven't met my goal yet. I need a few more volunteers.
Don't take it personally.
You're going to keep doing this? Then I have no choice. Kakapikoi. Huh? Are you going to fight me? Well, I don't know what this is about, but if you are, then I'll take you on. Badasses like us can't understand each other just by talking. We can only trust each other, and we can only truly understand each other by crossing fists till we die. A corpse stood up. Is it being controlled by this girl? Help! Please! Hurry! You're not even allowed to die? Wait, I'll make you rest in peace. So basically, Disgaea 3 has the concept of like, oh, Raspberry is a delinquent because she does good things. She's a demon but doesn't act like a quote-unquote demon. Yeah, I'll use macrocosm on you just so you know what it's about. There we go. Tokyo Road. Bam. Nope. Broken. Take out that. Nope. Rise of Gift Kick. Crypto. Baba Torres. Nope. Desco from Sky 4. Great game. Authorizes. Oh man, you're not strong enough. Oh god. Oh god. You're not strong enough! Maybe I can equip something on you that is strong enough. Maybe. Maybe you're not broken enough. Unfortunately, you are not broken enough.
You shit.
There we go. Punch, 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 punch. That and this is so much more complex than what I don't know. Yeah, that is very much the idea with Disgaea games, making the stats a bit more complex because there's so much of them. And from what I know about Udawara Mono, it's more visual novelty, right? Like that's the main pull of the game. Like how complex is the like I've seen a little bit of the combat from the game, but I haven't seen all that much. Like because I would imagine because like in this game like the fighting is the main thing, so there's a lot more focus. But if Udawara Mono is as I perceive it to be currently, I can imagine why the stats and stuff might be a little bit less complex because it's not the main draw of the game. Unless I'm completely wrong. You're pretty good. You're keeping up with me every step of the way. Hurry up and let the demons go. Stop! We're not dead yet. Huh? This girl didn't kill you? These demons aren't dead. They were just participating in my blood drive.
As long as you're with
Participating? Weren't you forcing us? I thought I was going to die from this.
Yes!
You donated as much blood as you could, so it was unavoidable. But you've been lying down, resting, so you're okay now. We were lying on the ground from anemia. You prick! I get what's going on here now. Okay, you... The name's Raspberry, but you can call me Barrel, or you can call me Teach. There's no maliciousness behind what you're doing, but there is a problem with how you're going about this. Didn't I tell you I was doing a blood drive? I feel like this is a little too extreme for a blood drive, but I did jump to a conclusion this time. Barrel, I'm sorry for challenging you to a fight without fully understanding the situation. Forgive me. Hey, you're apologizing to me? Even though you're a demon? I'm the one who's at fault. It's only normal to apologize. What a straightforward apology. You performed the delinquent technique apologizing quite naturally. You're good. With your strength and twisted values, I like you. I haven't seen such a lively delinquent in a while. I'm glad we went here on our field trip. Please tell me your name. Kilia. Kilia, I didn't expect to meet such a splendid delinquent. The netherworlds sure are vast. Oh, raspberries. It's time to... It's 10 minutes till we have to meet up. I have to get ready. Alright, I've got something I gotta take care of, so I'm going now. I'm glad I got to fight you. See ya! Walk, 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 walk. She's gone. Seems like she never stops. Meow. Meow.
Let's fix you up.
Meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow.
Where would you like to go, dude?
And then come into the field trip. Pharaoh, how could she force us to do group activities at the hotel, too? That delinquent teacher. Is there a reason we all have to eat at the same time? Meals taste the same whether you're alone or not. If we're all going to eat anyway, then it's better to eat while we're playing video games or reading comic books. Then she also said, after dinner, it's bath time. I should have the freedom to choose to bathe or not. You, what are you doing here? Salvatore, it's you. Hey Mal, what are you doing? Hurry up and get in the bath. You're sweating an awful lot.
Hurry up and get in, then wash your body till all your dirt and skin falls off. Are you already done bathing? Yeah, and so are the other students. You're the last one, Mal. I see, then it's perfect timing. I can take my time and experiment to see how hot springs affect demons. So then it's settled. I have to prepare some guinea pigs right away. Don't stay in there too long. You'll get dizzy.
Wonderful.
You don't have to tell me that. There's still some time to have fun on this field trip. Ooh, that meal was delicious. Huh? What's going on? It's so noisy. The one evil activity you have to do on every field trip is a pillow fight. Now throw until your body gives out. Eat my pillow! Ha! 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 Whoa! Help! Fool! Who in the netherworlds would help someone who's calling for help? Eat my pillow even more! Someone! Please help me! You're escaping and seeking for help? How pathetic! I order you, take my pillow directly to the face, then die! What's going on? Can't you see? We're doing a field trip tradition, a pillow fight. Go. Wow, you're quite interesting, challenging me to a fight after seeing my pillow pitch skill. You, are you going to charge in celebratory? Then you will take my pillow full on to the gut and say a splendid attack, Salvatore, as you die. I have no choice. You're about to face some pain. My heart is dancing. All pillow fights end like this. If you lose, I'm going to experiment on you.
Hello there. Lift and throw. Lift and throw. Lift and throw. Yep. Stop, bitches. Lift and throw. Lift and throw. Prinny bomb. Prinny bomb.
Let's go.
Lift and throw. Lift and throw. So stupid. I love the prinny throw mechanic. I also love how I think it was in D2 they officially made like diagonal throws like a thing. Like they didn't you didn't have to do that cheese stuff where like you okay, you need to die. Where God damn, you're not doing anything? You're not even gonna try and do it? You don't need to try and cheese out by going from like top to right, and in the middle hitting A to try and throw it there. There we go. Like I like how they're just like, you know what, fine. If you have the range, it's that many blocks or whatever. Fine, go for it.
You withstood my pillow attacks. You're pretty good. I don't know who you are, but I praise you for your strength. You guys are pretty strong too. Did you learn your lesson?
Wonderful.
Lesson? What are you talking about? I was able to have a full-on pillow fight and it was fun.
What?
There aren't many opponents we can go full-on against. All of this has tired me out. This is a wrap for today.
Yes, that's
You're right.
good.
This is a good time to rest. Let's prepare for tomorrow's fight. Yeah, I'm going to sleep too. If we ever get another opportunity, let's fight again. Alright, see ya. I'm out of 5,000. See you later, bitches.
I give you the
You should rest too. That's an order from your superior. Bitch. Bye. What was that about? Okay, and I think each DLC basically has like 3 maps, so we're almost done with it. And come on, there we go. Boom, boom, boom. Everybody say way ho, way ho. Realm of Evil. Ooh, cracked my elbow. Oh yes, and let's reuse the map that we from the main game. The beach feels so nice. Come on, guys, don't be shy. Go on and enjoy it.
Be happy.
This is a nice beach. It's the perfect location for my private beach. Beach. It's not bad to rest like this every once in a while. Oh, how unexpected of you, Mal. Did something nice happen? I met an interesting guy last night. It was a field trip. It won't be any fun to ruin it, so I figured I'll start enjoying it. That's great. So, what are you going to do now? There's only one thing to do at the beach. Let's start splitting the watermelon. So, where is the watermelon? How could you slack off with the preparations? Hold on. Hey, you right there. Huh? What do you want with me? Come over here. What do you want, kid? You want to play Oink? Fine. Cool, does always have time to show off. So, what do you want to play Oink? What are you doing, Ike? I can't move. Alright, we're ready. This is fine, right, Salvatore? This looks like a great watermelon to speak. I can't wait. Hey, you guys, what are you doing? Can't you tell? We're interacting through the watermelon. Good job. It's important that you guys interact. Alright. Ha! Yeah! Well, I'm in danger, Link. Please, somebody stop him and save me. I'm fucking sunk. Hey, stop dodging! Move! I'll do it! Gun. Why? You're very stubborn. This is an order. Only take my bullet through your head. Let me try next. I'll split his head open with one swing. No, I'm going to do it. Somebody help, Oink. So noisy. What's going on here? Huh? You guys again? You sure like to stir up trouble. Huh? Oh, you're the guy we met at the hotel! Oh, I remember you. You're that delinquent guy, Kilia. We met at the blood drive. What? You know him, Beryl? Yeah, sorta. We only met that once. Wonderful. I've met him once, too. He's a pretty interesting guy. Why are you guys causing so much trouble in this netherworld? Do you even have a reason? Do you really want to know why? Fine, I'll tell you. Prince just walking out. My reason is because we're on a field trip to interact with other cultures. That's how you build friendships. Interacting with other cultures? Friendships? Yes, I've been doing research this whole time. Love, friendship, bonds. These powers have defeated many overlords. I've concluded that a field trip is a great opportunity to deepen one of those powers. Friendship! So, all this mayhem you guys have been causing was... Yes, it was all for the sake of friendship! I feel it! The power of friendship is flowing through my body! Allow me to show you my newfound powers. God, doing that voice is killing my throat.
Let's go.
Oh, man. Friendship. Friendship. We're the friendliest friendships. Friendships. Vasta Ergun. I'm a fire in my laser. Gung. Oh, wow. Oh, I was poisoned. That explains it. I was like, how the hell did that much damage happen to me? Ah, cool. Printy inner tube. Yep. Dude, it's great. I need a printy inner tube in my life. Dude, all you need to do is play this game and then it'll be in your life. Yeah, poison is the only way that Killia even is at risk of dying. Yep. I think that is literally the only time since I've started like grinding him that he has died. And it is literally because poison does a percentage of health and not a base amount of damage. Okay, he's ready to kill my throat some more. You withstood my attacks? Does that mean I still don't have enough friendship? You've got it wrong. What? This is the answer I reached with my 1.8 million EQ. You're telling me it was wrong? Friendship isn't one-sided. You have to help the other person out, and it builds over time. That's what I was taught. The other person? Looks like something clicked in your head. I didn't expect a demon to explain friendship to us. You really are a delinquent. Give me an autograph. As my opponents, you survived not once but twice. You should take great pride in your strength. Yes! I was able to make great memories by the end. The Netherworks sure are vast. The end. Yeah, that's right. Didn't you hear Mal? We came here on a field trip. When the trip is over, obviously we're going to go back home. There are students waiting for me back at the academy. There are some things I have been searching for too, but it wasn't in this Netherworld either. I didn't know. I interrupted your field trip. I'm sorry. What a natural apology. I can't fall behind to you. A delinquent. You shouldn't apologize. You're a demon. Plus, there's nothing for you to apologize for. But I stepped in every time you guys were causing a commotion. I must have interfered with your field trip. Are you an idiot? That's part of interacting with other cultures. Thanks to you, the field trip to this netherworld has been very interesting. There's no need for any apologies. It's kind of sad to think this is the end. What are you talking about, Beryl? We don't have to part ways. What do you mean? As the Dean of Evil Academy, in the name of Mao, I hereby accept Killia as a student. Now we can stay together. Killia became a student of Evil Academy. Rathbell became Killia's teacher. Salvatore became Killia's upperclassman? What? That's a great idea. Killia, let's master the ways of delinquency together.
Be happy, huh?
You're strong. Those who are strong just accept. That's what I think. I welcome you as a fellow student. Hey, don't get ahead of yourself. I haven't agreed to anything. What? Killia, are you going to deny your friend's ideas? Friends? Yes, we have acknowledged each other's strengths. Do you have a problem with becoming friends with us? Mao became Killia's rival. Alright, now there's no problem. Our friendship can grow even more now. Sorry, I can't keep up with you guys. Why is that? You can take the best classes in the entire Netherworld. I have things I need to take care of until I finish. It'll be tough for me to go with you guys. Then I'll lend you a hand. Friends help each other out, right? You should have no reason to refuse. That's right.
Wonderful.
Alright, then it's decided. Thyro, we're extending the field trip. We're going to Kilia's place. Jeez, Mal, although I do like this turn of events. Now that that's decided, lead the way. Hurry up and finish your errand so we can welcome you to Evil Academy. Ooh. You guys never stop. What are you doing, Kilia? Hurry up and show us the way. We just walked in this direction. Yeah, hold on a sec. I was monologuing introspectively. Statistician was born. Yeah, perfect. I get to show this to you guys. So, as I said earlier, so I just got a level 180 statistician, literally just from existing. And then I can combine them. Boom, now I have a 642. There we go. It's that simple. Now I have characters, Salvatore, Mao, Raswell, and Salvatore. So let's come over here. Go to unit info. Evil Academy reaches evilness with his 1.8 million EQ, that's evil quotient. He puts hot sauce on his sunny side up eggs. Overlord Astaroth reform increases the stats of the equipment on all allies on the map by 50% for 3 turns. It's pretty good. A delinquent teacher from Evil Academy, super delinquent, who does volunteer work and donates money and blood. Doesn't have an overload. A senior at Evil Academy and one of the legendary Diaz gentlemen. Her womanliness is currently missing. So now let's come over here to Evility. Those characters are also low level. See, but the thing is, their level is based on the chapters you pick them up at. So if you did that DLC in Chapter 1, they would be like level 5. And they're all stronger than Red Magnus. And I'm not sure what their stats would be if you pick them up like in Carnage mode. But yeah, I wanted to check out Evility. So live experiment increases damage dealt by allies by 20% and to enemies by 20%. So 40% damage increase, I guess? Increased stats by distance of last throw this turn. G-Master, increased stats by 30 when gun is equipped. And you also, each person has unique abilities that you can purchase. So learning ability, so Mao, you come down here, Stargazing, star damage by 20%, decreased star damage taken, Weak Searcher, increased critical rate by 20% when classes are equipped, and then Leader of Alchemy Squad can synthesize Carol World items. But we don't have Alchemy Squad yet. Yeah, but they're 90 and Kilia is 2057 or something like that. Well, yeah, I mean, that's true. But that could be said about literally every other character. They're all weak. Trash pickup, deathblow object in the item world, ignores invincibility, which is honestly pretty good. Instant classes when leader of the instant aid squad increases growth rate by 3%. Grip drive increases chance to defeat enemies, will surrender by 10%. Also pretty good. T Interrogator. When leader of interrogation squad increases the effective extract, increases man class proficiency earned by units in the same research squad. And that's not bad. Enemies will take damage for you 3 times if they're within panel. So I'm going to take this out because it's good to have her as the leader in the interrogation squad. But the thing is, she's a really low level. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to get her some levels real quick. So we're going to come over here to Boot Camp Squad. We're going to pop her, Salvatore, right there. We're going to shove Kilia in there. We're going to shove Kilia in there. We're going to set him the leader. And we're just going to go to effing town. Cheat shop, new level. Okay. And now let's just do some fun stuff. So boom, over here, martial training, 3rd trial. So oh, what the hell? Oh, Kilia's dead. That's fine. Oh, it's not fine. It is not fine. I forgot that I put it on level 20. There we go. Okay, they're almost dead. Salvatore, you know, I want you to get some levels because I like you. Nope. Player blade event. Just completely forgot that Kilia friggin' got KO'd.
it rarely ever happens, and auto heal is a post-game thing that you get. There we go. Okay. So, there we go. Come on. Nope, I went to first trial. That's fine. The first trial here doesn't really change anything. It just changes how much XP you get. So with that, he leveled, but also Victoria leveled. So my goal is to just get her decently leveled. There we go. And you can hear the various button mashing in the background. That's all I'm doing. Just coming in here, doing this, boom. Yeah, but then, yeah, giggles. Yeah, I can't hear the giggle, but I imagine someone giggled at some point. Okay, level. And I don't know if I've mastered Chimera yet. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pop that. Status, class, Chimera is almost there. Go, there we go, level up, boom. Come in, level up. See, it's also nice because you get the bonus levels from the stage completion. It's not just that. What happens to Victoria? Oh, am I looking at the... Oh, there it is. So basically you can also set deployment groups. So right now I'm in a custom group. You see up at the top, like 10 more people under it, there's all and one. So basically I put this so I only use characters that I plan to use. But I can come over here and check. So after all that, she's at level 541. Without ever touching an enemy herself. Which is really nice. Because it really just lets you grind a lot faster without really worrying about a lot of things. And the thing is, I do want to get her up to a pretty decent level. And you'll see, if you remember, when these guys were at the 0 enemy level, they were at level 200. Now they're level 1040. So it's not easy to kill these guys. You have to prepare. And that's where the reincarnation comes in, better items, better stuff comes in. So, generally what happens is, after you reincarnate, you set the enemy levels down to 0. You just get those initial levels to get the boost, and then you can put it to 20. That'll make leveling people after reincarnation so much easier. Yeah, it does. So, let's do it. So, what's the character level? 793, yeah, come over here. Boom. So, one also nice thing is I'm going to save. He went from 2066 that last day to 2478. You can also check the status, unit info, and you can see total reincarnation level 5,359. That's how many levels I've stocked in my reincarnation of Kilia. Call assembly, reincarnation, genius. I like SP, but I also want some more attack. Boom, current color, that's fine. And you'll see his stats are really good. So basically, you're able to interrogate people, and after interrogating them, you can extract them, and it takes a percentage of all their stats, and you can just use it as a usable item that will permanently increase their stats. So that also expedites the ability to kill things even at enemy level 20. So, like, he's level 1 now. He's going to come over here, run behind him to get a bit bonus damage. He's actually not going to do that. He's going to come over here. He is going to get Usari to come out. He is going to get a Braveheart boost on him. He's going to do that. Then Seraphina's going to come out, use that to take out some of their life. He's going to come over here to get the combo and finish it and do that. There. He just leveled up to 506 in one move. And you can see his stats have greatly increased beyond what they were, which is exactly what you want. So, yeah. It's pretty nice. And come out over here. And Paler Print. Do that. Do that. Yeah, boom. Okay, cool. And they level up, and then you're just able to come into here and just utterly wreck. Because at level 568, he's now able to one-shot from the front. And this is just how you do it.
this, and the crazy thing is, in post game, they give you another martial training that's even better than this. And if you have statisticians and XP up to the max it can, and you're on that map, I'm pretty sure if you're at least doing the Carnage mode one, which gives you even higher level enemies, you're able to go from level 1 to level 9,999 in one map, if I remember correctly. And as you saw, I just got I just mastered the Chimera class. So, and I also got a really nice item, because the item was an accelerator, which gives you 2 movement, which is flipping awesome, because as should be known in Disgaea games, the more you can move, the better you are. Like, I got Vernier Thrust with accelerators because I cheesed out the item world, because the enemy level affects the items you get, and you can also pass a couple builds to increase the level of the item you get in the item world, or the reward items you get in the level world, and pass a build that gives you 3 bonus levels at the start, so you can leave, or you can just skip to the end of the thing immediately. Destiny Feather Token, yeah, that's pointless. What is your movement? 6, 9, 8. Celia, what's your equipment? Ninja Tabby, Testament. Yeah, let's put you on that. And now your movement is 10 because you're a monster, so you go through people. Salvatore, what's your level? 1051. We can go a bit higher. Yeah, but as you can see, this game, like, Disgaea 5 is probably the game where I did not feel out of the water nearly as much in terms of, you know, kind of figuring out how to grind a lot. Like, in previous games, it was like, okay, this map is really good for grinding, this map is really good for grinding. Like, the Disgaea 1 martial training maps, at least the first couple, I didn't really think that they were all that great for grinding. Because in this game, the martial training maps, you can tell that they're made for it. They make it obvious in terms of the XP. Like, you don't have to move any geoblocks to set up the XP bonus. And they put a bunch of enemies all close together to make it obvious that you're supposed to hit them all with one skill. So if you're not one-shotting everyone in one skill, you know that you're not doing it right. Or you're not at that point yet. And the crazy thing about it is, if you see in the rewards for this, let's see, you'll see that, like, at various levels, they'll put, like, XP, like, at level 8 plus 56. That's just an extra on top of this bonus XP, which results in a level, even on this guy who's level 1,000 something. Like, it's crazy. It's absolutely insane, and I love it, and this is why I play this game, because it gets my goddamn grind itch out of the way. It's like, hey, you need to grind something? Play this game. It's made for it. Salvatore is level 1,227. What level is you, Salvatore? Okay. So you're about as strong, I believe. 15,000, 13,000. Okay. Yeah, I'll do a bit more. I think he has some extract going for him. Go. There we go. And this map is also useful because the capture squad will let you get people to interrogate. And when you interrogate someone, there we go. I want Salvatore, or no, I want Salvatore here. And then right now it's research, fine, it doesn't matter. You guys can go in here for now, but you don't help. You can come in here, and you can extract, and it'll take the stats of all these people. And those maps I was doing were really good for capturing people to interrogate and go, because it's just 6 people immediately there that are, at that point, are in multiple thousands, or thousands of levels, which is why Killia was in the capture squad. Or, well, he was in the innocent aid squad because, or no, he was in, what was he in? He was in the hunter team, because this one, death flows innocence in the item world. So it makes it really easy of like, oh, there's an innocent, go punch him, don't have to worry about if you kill or not. It's like, you could put a level 1 person in the team and they'll go and one-shot him. Capture squad. I'll show you what I mean by the capture squad. So if I go back to that map, I'm able to just go to Martial Training 3, third trial, and it gives me various moves, capture skills with each one. So you would generally, and then 6 enemies captured, boom, it takes it as a win, and then I still get the XP from it. And I just captured 6 guys, and then I can just come over here, interrogate. You'll see I have 6 mushroom guys here, boom. And this is the reason why you need to level up the person who's interrogating, because if they're not high enough level, they're not strong enough, they can't deal damage to these guys. So then you can get them to become your ally, you can make a citizen, which is a weird thing for some reason. I don't know really the point of it. And then extract, which lets you take their stats, which gives you permanent boost that doesn't go away when you reincarnate. And that's all I have to say about friggin' Disgaea right now, because holy crap, I have been talking like a freaking firework the past few minutes. So I can't hear the game. I don't want to continue the story until I can hear the game and enjoy it with you guys. So I'm going to call it a stream for today. Thank you very much for watching. It was great. Thank you very much, QT Cat, for the follow. Evil Blanketfish. Thank you, Red Rock, for the raid. I very much appreciate it. Thank you, Mon Cappy, QT Cat, for joining in the chat. It made it so much better. Follow me on Twitter if you want to know when I'm going live, because I always post that on Twitter. As I said earlier in the stream, I only really stream currently because I don't live alone yet. On weekends, generally Saturday or Sunday, it's really a throw-up, which is why I suggest the Twitter follow. And if you haven't voted for the next game, please mouse over the player, vote for the next game in Twitch picks. I would very much appreciate it. And I should be able, provided nothing goes wrong, I should be able to stream next Saturday is my planned next stream day. So with that, I will bid you adieu by posting some of my emotes that are inspired by Cold Steel, Treasure Cold Steel, Dabbler, Cool Toa, and Love, also by Toa. So thank you, and hope you all have a very nice day, and will join me next time. Stay safe out there. Bye.